up for you.
Nope.
Okay, try now.
Hey, look at that. Man, it looks blurry on YouTube.
It might take a second for it to kind of get all the settings straight.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute it because it's gonna confuse you. I hear both people talking now.
Yeah, same. Let me just make sure it's not any of my settings that's making it blurry. Nope, that's all YouTube.
So does YouTube even tell us like if there's people on at the same time?
I don't know if this window will show me if we have any people. Oh, yeah, it shows me 3 viewers right now.
Oh, nice.
So I think that's maybe
So
me, you, and somebody else.
all right, let's do it. All right, so this is our first podcast. My name is Oscar. We got Senior Dubby here. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good. How's it going, man?
Doing good, doing good. All right, so before we start talking about everything entertainment wise, we're always going to start off this podcast talking about the beer that we're going to be drinking tonight. Senior Dubby, can you talk to us about what you're be drinking tonight?
So I realize now that this is a light beer, actually. But this is icy mango or icy light mango. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it with all the light on there. There we go. But it's a tall boy. It's a nice little tall boy. It's a pint. I don't know. Just looking through the store, I just saw a mango. I was like, "Ooh, I like some mango." So something
I feel
different.
like I feel like you went the safe route.
I did, but I was because I'm concerned about it being our first stream. I want to make sure I'm not messing up here. So
All right. Well, for me, oh, well, what cup are you using? Are you gonna drink out of the can like a
no,
man?
no, no. I come on.
Hey, what do you got? What do you got?
Just
Oh,
just
look
just a
at
clear
you.
clear stein.
Nice, nice. All right. So at least the way I went is I told the wife, go, go find me an IPA. Don't even tell me. Surprise me, and then we're just gonna go. Because in reality, I'm not a big IPA person. I'm very simple. I like either Corona, Dos Equis, any of the Budweiser's, Coors Light, more like Coors Light. I'll even do a natty ice every now and then.
Whoa, I haven't had a natty ice in ages. I'm afraid of what that's gonna taste like.
I haven't had a natty ice since like high school. All right, so the wife picked Voodoo Ranger
Oh my god, that's a good one. I'm jealous.
Imperial IPA from New Belgium.
I don't know if you'll like it because you're not an IPA guy, but as far as IPAs go, that's a really good, like, kind of popular one.
Imperial India Pale Ale. All right. All
Pour it
right,
up.
well, let's do this.
I don't know if I can get myself pouring it.
Maybe you need to back it up
That's
a little bit.
yeah. I'm just gonna set this down before I spill.
Man, I feel like
I'm not good at
some
pouring.
bartender's gonna look at this video and be like, man, this guy doesn't know how
these
to pour beer.
these guys are messing that
Look at
all
all,
up.
look at all that foam. Even though I heard that putting like if the beer has foam, it's good because then you're
Yeah,
not getting all that foam and all that ugly stuff in your stomach, so you can actually drink
exactly.
more beer.
Yeah, I used to pour it to where like there was no foam in the glass, and then I saw, of course, a TikTok where it's like, no, you want all of that to come out before it gets in your stomach because then you're gonna feel like crap. I'm like, that makes kind of sense. So I've been doing that for like maybe a year now, and it's worked out well.
Yeah, this whole time I was like embarrassing myself, like, man, look at all that foam, and then I had somebody else like, no, you're good. I'm like, oh man, really? No, no, I feel so bloated. I thought it was just because I was eating at McDonald's. All right,
I don't know if
I
this
think
whole
I
beer is
got
gonna
my
fit in
first one.
this.
Well, you got a tall one. I'm a regular person. You got a
I
tall
didn't
one.
think about that when I picked it up.
You saw more beer, more.
Yeah,
Okay, there we go. All
we're
right,
getting there. We're getting there.
all right. You ready?
Almost. All right, it all fit.
All right. So if for the people watching, if they do want to know, this video is sponsored today by Voodoo Ranger,
As
and
well as a icy mango light.
obviously it's an unofficial sponsorship, but
Right, right.
nevertheless, it's a sponsorship. So cheers, brother.
Cheers, my friend.
Yeah, that's gross. Oh my god, that's gross.
I'm sitting over here like, oh, this mango is nice and tasty.
Mm.
I feel like this is like the beer version of a White Claw. It's just mostly like mango with like a little bit of hops to it.
Oh my god, man, do you pee sitting down too?
Oh, occasionally, yeah. Especially after, a couple beers. Just easier that way.
Yeah, this is gross. Ugh.
I think maybe next time we should shop together.
No, no, we'll be good. No, we'll see what happens next time. So, like, for those who haven't tried a Voodoo Ranger, it's kind of like, see, like, the thing is, like, I really like dark beer, and even though this is not dark at all, but it has kind of like a taste of dark beer. I can't put my finger on it. It's just it tastes like something that burnt and then turned into liquid, and then someone was like, let's turn that into a beer and serve it to people
It's
and
like
charge them
licorice
money.
beer.
No, no, not licorice,
No.
because then I wouldn't like. I'd be throwing up. Like it's like Guinness. I can't ever do Guinness because of that taste.
But Guinness is the dark beer. So what kind of dark do you like? Lagers?
Man, and it's funny because we got our first comment, and the first comment that we got is, "When do the shirts come off?"
It's a couple more
I
beers,
have an
sir.
idea, and the thing is, I have an idea who this is, but we'll keep it on the
Yeah.
wraps. But obviously, we'll take shirts off as soon as we start talking about today's game. When what's his name, Homeboy's brother started taking his shirt off during the Chief and Bill
Oh,
game.
Kelsey.
Yeah,
Not Travis Kelsey. Jason Kelsey.
maybe yes, maybe we get into that topic. Who knows?
He came shirtless. He came out the freaking what do you call it? What do you call those rooms they're in? The private
Oh,
box, the press box, or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
He jumped out of the box and went into the stands and was drinking beers with the fans. They're killing it in PR. Like they have their own podcast going. Like they're all over the place. Like
Honestly, I don't know
last year's Super Bowl, and they were all like both in the Super Bowl, and then their mom was everywhere the week leading up to it. Just insane.
I'm saying is like I've never seen so many people with their shirts off during the Super Bowl, like, and they're like promoting the hell out of it. Like, was it like last week during the Bills game also, and all that snow that had that one dude with no shirt on.
Right, but that one dude also went to the hospital like 30 minutes later. He
Oh
had
my God,
frostbite or whatever. Yeah, it's fun at first, but eventually it's gonna catch up to you.
yeah, frostbite right on your nipples.
That game was crazy though. That game was insane. I thought the Bills are gonna pull it out. I don't know. They can't beat Mahomes, man. Mahomes and Kelsey, the Chiefs, they're too good.
I'm telling you, like, I'm not a Mahomes fan.
Same.
It is nothing because of him personally, because like as a person, he seems pretty pretty good. I know he has his issues with his brother. Is just
Right. People don't like his brother. People don't like his wife because they're kind of mouthy, and he's more chill, laid back.
and that's what at least from the appearance, that's what I do like
Right.
about him. But the fact that he's just that he that he's going to the Super Bowl, like he's probably going to end up going to the Super Bowl, and my Bucks aren't that. That's kind of the only reason why.
It's the LeBron James effect. He's so good that you don't want to like him because it's like we're tired of seeing you be good. Like let's let somebody else have a chance.
It's like Brady.
Right.
I always hated Brady.
Same.
I'm the one that probably talked the most shit about Brady.
Until he wore a Bucks jersey.
Bucks, but the minute he wore the Bucks jersey, I have the jersey in my closet. I have a Brady Bucks jersey. I'm a big fan. Yeah, go Gronk, go Brady.
Yeah, that was
So,
crazy.
but yeah, no, I have a lot of respect for Mahomes. He is like,
Oh yeah, he's an all-star player, and he's not even like I don't know, maybe halfway through his career.
oh, he's still young.
He's super young. That's what I'm saying. So like, he's
yeah. He'll go as long as probably Brady. I can see him going that long. If
Oh, for
not,
sure.
probably just to put under his belt, that notch. He'll probably go like a year past Brady just to say he did it.
right. As long as he stays healthy. The only thing is that he's a mobile-ish quarterback, so he could get hurt. But as long as he can stay healthy, he should be fine.
But yeah, no. In this game, my Bucks.
Oh, the Bucks.
Oh
Yeah,
my God. Honestly,
they were looking good for a while, dude.
They were.
And Baker was looking good too.
Dude, Baker. I'm telling you, like, I love my Bucks. As much as I love them, I did not expect them to go this far. this season.
I
It's
didn't think.
like they had.
I thought they might have lost last week. I know the Eagles have been playing really bad for a couple of weeks now, but I'm like, they're going to right the ship going into the playoffs, and the Bucks are the Bucks. But the Bucks showed out last week.
Oh my God! Yeah, they
Showed the Eagles were not good anymore right now. They need to figure out what's going on with them. But we got somebody saying Baker choked.
Is that,
Baker choked.
I'm horrible at spelling. I can't even tell if that's properly spelled. Choke. So it's supposed like chopped. But
He did. I think he did kind of choke in the last quarter. Like
no. He played great until the last freaking play. Oh
yeah,
my God.
that interception was brutal. But that last quarter, he couldn't find any rhythm. He couldn't find anything. But I mean, it's the Lions' defense is insane too. So they kind of just locked down and gotten his own.
Lions came to play. Honestly, I was yelling at the defensive line. I was yelling at the offensive line for the Bucks. Like, bro, like, how many times are you gonna let these people blitz us? Well, we had I think 4 sacks, 4 sacks today. Like it's.
And it was their best player too on the Lions. That was like nobody was even guarding him for his 2 sacks. I'm like, how are you not guarding the best player on the field? Like if somebody else beats you, whatever, but you don't get beat by their best player if you can help it.
Hey, but my boy Mike Evans, he had a great game. He did.
He's a beast, bro.
He is, bro. And I can't believe they had that issue in the beginning. I don't know if you read it. Like the issue in the beginning of the season where they were contemplating about paying the man what he deserved.
Mm-hmm. I kind of
Bro.
vaguely remember that.
Oh my God! Like, bro, pay the man. The guy has literally won us games, bro. He is a clutch.
Yeah.
And today he proved it, bro. He had great plays.
That one catch he had just jumping over the dude, I was like, this. I mean, that's Mike Evans. So like, I'm not surprised by it, but it's just always like this guy, so big, always gets to the ball. He's a beast.
But Mike, like I said, Baker, yeah, no, Baker did choke at the end. Irish stud, I do agree. He did choke at the end, but he had. If you really look at his plays, he had a lot of solid plays. Like he had really great throws. Just like dude, some of these receivers, bro, they had no hands.
Yep.
I don't know if it was the weather, it was too cold, or what, but like, nah, man, like, it was just frustrating. They should have called me in. That's what I'm saying.
Right, Coach Oscar, get in there. So now we know what the 2 games are for next week for who will win and get to the Super Bowl. So we got Lions and 49ers. I want to know who you think is going to come out of that on top and get to the Super Bowl.
Screw the Lions.
You feeling the Lions?
No, screw them. I don't want.
Oh, you want them to lose. You want the Lions to lose.
100%.
Yeah.
Beat my Bucks. You think I want them to win?
Go to hell, Lions.
My favorite rapper Eminem might get mad at me one day, when he sees the podcast later on. but screw the Lions, man. I'll shoot for the 49ers.
Okay, yeah, I'm agree with that. They're too good. They got too many weapons, and their defense is good too. But the Lions are kind of on fire right now. But they got a win on the road. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to call. And then we got the Ravens, who have been killing it all year, destroyed the Texans yesterday, and then we got the Chiefs. That's tough. The Ravens are so good right now, but the Chiefs are the Chiefs. We just seen them beat the Chiefs.
I would really want to say the Ravens are going to win that game, but Mahomes might pull something out of his ass. To be honest, yeah.
And the big talk today was that it was Mahomes' first game in the playoffs on the road. How would he respond to that? Except for a Super Bowl. Super Bowl, obviously, everybody's not playing at home, and no problem. He just fucking went out there and won the game. I mean, it's a team game, but he's a quarterback. It's gonna be tough. You're good.
Yeah. I think the wife's watching the podcast. She's like, "Did you say that the beer sucked?" I was like, "Yeah, it does." Okay,
But tell her it's not her fault. You just don't like IPAs.
I don't like IPAs in general.
Nobody said it had to be IPAs.
No one ever said IPAs, but the thing is, like, you can't tell me to pick a random beer because more than likely I'll like a random beer. Like, bro, if I
That's
could tell you
fine.
that I could drink that.
It's supposed to be a beer you haven't had before.
He just shook one of the beers. Oh my lord! I don't know what it is.
And you don't know which one it is? I dropped one. So I was getting the beers from the fridge in the in the garage, and I dropped one, and I purposely left it in the garage. And I'm like, if I have to get it, at least I know that's the last one, and it's been sitting there for like now an hour. Good luck.
Okay, well,
Good luck to you.
if it's been that long, you're gonna hear the psst,
Yeah.
and that's about it. No, but like honestly, I can't just grab any random beer
Yeah, you can.
because like no. The thing is like I'm gonna like it. The only beer that I know that I will not like is Guinness. I've had it so many times and every
Right,
time
but
I drink it, I'm like,
that's not a random beer. You gotta get a beer that you've never seen before. It could be
is that
by a company you like or a company that you know of, but just something that you've never tried before, and just say, hey, I like that. But there's other stuff than IPA. IPAs are very like been hot for a while now, so they take up a lot of the shelves. But there's other stuff out there.
I would pick IPAs is just because I'll never know if I will like it or not. I've had some IPAs that were like, okay, it's not that bad.
You like that one at Topgolf when we went out there a couple weeks ago, or you didn't hate it?
I didn't hate it.
Okay, I'll
Do you
take
really
it.
want to talk about? Do you really want to talk about Top Golf?
Oh man, Topgolf was. We don't have to talk about it. But I think for IPAs, if you look for something that says hazy, that's when it's really like rich. I think you might like that better. That's normally what I get.
Hold on a second. Give me a second.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, of course I'm good. So before we continue, so I just want to kind of get an idea. So how does this thing here on the stream live stream work?
What do you mean? What's your exact question?
Like, how do you know when people are
Watching?
watching? Yeah.
You might not be able to see it because you are just a view. No, as a viewer, it should have it in like the description bar. It should show how many people are watching, like where the thumbs up and all that is.
Like I'm glad that we're finally doing this podcast, but I'm horrible when it comes to technology.
That's why I'm
Yes,
here.
the Irish stud Guinness in Europe is way different than in the States. The only
How
thing that
so?
it doesn't matter how so that settles it. We got to go to Europe now.
Okay, so the next pod is coming from Europe.
Okay, yeah, we'll be in Belgium. You know, we'll be at one of the pubs out there drinking Guinness. But and that's the thing. Like obviously I've never been to Europe. Well, I'm gonna say obviously, Hispanics don't go to Europe that often. But I heard it like in England, most of the beers are kind of like not cold like how we drink it here. It's usually like kind of room temperature. I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm not interested in that at all. Pretty much anything I drink has to be cold. Like I can't drink like room temperature water. Definitely not drinking room temperature juice or soda. Like it has to be cold.
Well, you were obviously served as a child with a silver spoon.
I was.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. Like I drank out of a hose. Man, you're from freaking Harlem. Don't they have the little nipple with the hose?
We don't have hoses in the hood, bro. There's no water spouts outside. Look, you're the one with the silver spoon when you have a freaking water bib outside your house. No, what we had the fire hydrant in the summer open, and you just drink out of that, and then you get wet to cool off because we didn't have AC. You have AC when you were a kid?
Yeah.
This is getting personal.
I'm in Florida. I was born and raised here in Florida.
We had window units, and you had one room that had a window unit, and you'd all get in that same room just to cool off.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing? I'm already done with my first one.
I'm almost done.
That's like half the damn glass.
Remember, I got a pint. You got little 12-ounce cans.
Yeah, but I got a 12-pack.
That's your fault.
It's not my fault. I didn't buy it. my woman knows that I'm mad enough to drink this.
So we've talked NFL.
Well, actually, hold on. Well, yeah, I think I'm pretty good with the NFL. We know that it's gonna probably end up being the Ravens and 49ers. I really feel that that's gonna happen, especially after that. After the I see in social media that one of the news broadcasters already claimed that the Las Vegas Super Bowl is going to be held February 11th between the 49ers and the Ravens. I don't know how true that is. I didn't.
It just it keeps adding to the idea that it's all scripted.
Like, as much as I don't want to agree to it, come on.
I think it happens in NBA too. Honestly.
Oh man, did you see that? I saw this clip of the LeBron game for his birthday game that he was playing. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't see that.
Bro, when you get a second, if you could take even while we're talking, if you could look at it, bro. He he should have won that damn game. He went for the three, made the three, and they called it a two.
I
They
did see that.
replay they replayed it over again. They even stopped it in the middle of the game to look at it, and it shows that he is behind the line, and they still called it a two, bro. Like, are you serious?
Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot that was his birthday game. Yeah, I watched that
Bro,
clip a couple times and like somebody breaking it down and everything and like zooming in. I'm like, how do you call that a two?
like, bro, these refs need to be held accountable for all these games for football, basketball, pickleball, all the balls.
Can't forget
But
pickleball.
you can't forget pickleball, bro. It gets intense, especially out here. Bro, I went to a community a few days ago. These people have 16 pickleball courts.
Why?
Why do you need 16 pickleball courts?
That's how many people.
Right?
How big is the complex?
It's pretty big. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie, it's pretty big. But what I'm saying is that, like, really, 16
it gets intense out there, man.
and no basketball court.
They got tournaments going. You know.
But no basketball court. What if somebody wants to go and what was the old term? Go hard in the paint.
Like go hard in the paint.
Yeah. What if somebody wanted to? They can't because there's no basketball court.
And
Now,
one
now you gotta go
tour.
hard in the paint and pickleball.
Exactly. That's what they're doing, bro.
Waka would be upset right now. What is that guy doing now, bro?
I think he's doing I want to say a podcast himself, and he's doing something else. I saw something about him the other day where he was like, he didn't even mean to get into rap.
I saw that too. The one he's like,
Yeah.
honestly, I didn't think people were even like, I was just being.
Yeah,
whatever.
he was just doing it to do it, and he's like, I didn't mean to get that big, but once I did, I'm not gonna turn the money down. Which I mean, anybody who's smart would say that.
No, of course. Honestly, like half his music, I jammed to it not because of it was lyrically good. It was just more like, bro, that beat was fire.
Yeah, a lot of bops, a lot of bops.
Pop, 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 pop. All right, so I have a question to ask you.
Okay.
What is a movie? What is a movie that your wife, or if you want to get even to personal past relationships that you've been in, that they made you watch a movie, and you were in your head like, bro, I know I don't want to see it, and you found either you try to get out of it, and you succeeded, or you didn't, but then you obviously regret watching the movie. Better yet, what's a movie that they made you watch that you really didn't want to watch and you had to sit there and watch it?
Movie I didn't want to watch, but I had to watch. I'd probably say Twilight. Like,
Honestly,
yeah, I mean, obviously it's a big series. The books are popular, the movies are popular, and so I was like, oh, you know what? I'll watch this with you since it's so important to you and all that. And they're big, right? They're big movies, but
wait, they're big what?
movies.
Oh, I heard they're big boobies. And I'm
I
like,
mean, I didn't watch a movie that hard, so I mean, possibly, but no, I feel like it's not for me, and I felt like it was one of those things where like it's just kind of cringe. Honestly, it's cringe to me. Literally.
how many parts are there to that movie? Isn't it
I think there's.
there are four?
I don't know if it's 4. I think it might be 4. I think it might be kind of like Harry Potter, where they made the last movie 2 parts.
I know they made it 2 parts, but was it like a 4 or 5? Cause
I think it's a
I don't
4.
know.
I think it's 3 books. Like the main story is 3 books, but I think there's more offshoots and all that now.
I'm so glad they stopped doing that. I know that was like the thing for a while where they were making movies and it was like, oh, we're gonna do part 1 and part 2. Like Avengers made sense. It made sense why there was like a part 1 and part 2 because that movie was just way too big to keep.
Right, but they didn't make it like Endgame 1 and Endgame 2. They told separate stories. They just correlated. But that's how an MCU works. It's all intertwined and stuff.
But no, I agree with the Twilight. You know, my girl made me watch Twilight. The first one, boring. Second one, boring. The third one, part 1, boring. Part 2 now, I was getting into it. Like the whole fight scene, the battle scene, they were dying, and it was like action. Like finally, like
I don't even think I got that
you
part.
know.
The only part I like,
Oh.
and it's kind of like not really like even part of the movie that's like good, I would say maybe, is there's one part where they start playing a baseball game And I was just like, okay, now we're talking. I love baseball. What are we doing here? But it was ridiculous. It's
Or
insane.
Red Sox, yes.
Yeah. I'm glad the Bucks played today.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, no, yeah. Like I said, part one sucked. Two sucked. Three, part one of three sucked. Part four or part three, part two. You know what I mean. The last one, dude, it was good. I'm telling you, like there was action, there was death, there was fighting, it was a massacre. And then like right when I guess the movie was about to finish, my girl go ahead and tells me, "Oh, this is the part that you're gonna hate." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? This part, like this part is like this is like, finally like." I'm glad it took like freaking like 4 movies to get to something good that I would actually enjoy. Like, no, you're gonna hate this part. And spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it, that whole fight scene where it was all
It was a dream, right?
killing and fighting, bro. It was just a
No,
freaking dream.
no, it wasn't a dream. I think it was like a flash forward or whatever. Because
Yeah,
there's the one
basically,
girl who can see the future. I remember asking about that.
exactly. Dakota Fanning, I believe, her character could see the future, and
Right,
it was
right,
just
right.
hers. And then like everything that just happened never happened. I
Yeah,
was so I was so pissed. I wanted to throw the damn controller at the TV.
yeah,
You don't understand. Like I was so into it. Like like bro, it was like I think three or four nights. Like we were just watching the whole damn series. Like we had to watch the whole series so I
yeah.
can be, I can be part of the culture. And I hated it
And
until the end.
look at you
And at the
now.
end,
It got
it
even
made me,
worse.
it got worse. It made me hate it even more.
Irishad wants us to talk about how bad the Yankees are, but I would rather talk about how bad the Red Sox are, honestly.
Honestly, like I think the best person in the Yankees is obviously going to be A-Rod. He was the best person.
Right, he was the
Like,
best.
like we could even say he's better than Jeter.
Some people would argue that, yeah.
If we want to be truthful, you
Right.
know. You have something to say?
No, I'm just like it's weird that like, coming from a Bucks fan, like you've got Baker Mayfield because Tom Brady retired because he was tired of having to play for you guys.
Or maybe he was going through some hardship, his divorce. Not trying to bring on his personal business. He told me not to.
Oh,
But
he spoke to him personally. He said, "No, it's a lot going on right now behind the scenes."
do you want to check my beeper?
No, 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 you're good, bro. I believe you.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say definitely that I can't think of anything else right now. What about you?
A-Rod
More
like
like suck. The funny thing too is that A-Rod was almost traded to the Red Sox before he got traded to the Yankees. So it's like that could have been your life.
I'm telling you right now that probably the best scene. You seen the other guys, right?
Will
With
Ferrell, Marky Mark. Yeah, of course.
yeah. Do you remember this? Do you remember the scene when they're talking when they're doing like the group counseling, talking about like the incidents that they were in,
And he
and
shoots Derek Jeter. Yeah.
he tells a story about shooting Derek Jeter, and then one of the guys like, like no, but what did they call Jeter? Like you shot a
It's
I
like
can't
New
think of
York's
it. He,
hero or something like that.
something like that. Like, and then the other guy's like, yeah, you should have shot, you should have shot A-Rod. That part always cracks me
Really
up.
should have. Really should have.
Bro, you had Derek Jeter shoes as a kid. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, in high school,
Yeah, I remember that.
I should have never got those sneakers.
Why?
They were suede. It's fucking okay. So suede, cool, not a big deal. Suede in Florida when it rains every single day, not really a good idea.
Yeah, but what about it like when you were in New York and it snowed and you had the snow and then it melted? Wouldn't it be the same thing?
Then I would have just worn my
Would it work?
boots. I would have worn my
What?
not Uggs, lugs. Was it lugs?
Damn, you were rocking lugs with Funkmaster Flex?
When it was snowing, yeah, you had to, bro.
Oh man, I thought you were a real New Yorker, rocking Tims.
Nah, yeah, no, I wasn't balling back then. I didn't have a water spout. I didn't have Tim's.
Yeah, you could only afford Tims if you had a water spot on your house.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, salud.
Salute, bro.
Man, I haven't seen you take a sip at all.
I'm
Oh,
drunk and
okay. I'm sorry. Forgive
don't
me.
worry about me. You do you.
What,
I
what
do
was
me.
that? What was that?
I'm a slow sip. I like to enjoy my beer.
it's still pretty gross.
So you didn't tell me what movie you've watched or you had to watch because of your lady.
Luckily, okay, so there's two movies. So the first, well, Twilight was one of them, but it was more of like, people talk about it so much. I was like, I was more inclined to watch it just because people always talk about it. So I wanted to give my own opinion on the movie. But the movie that I'm still holding on that I still haven't seen, excuse me, is Magic Mike. She's actually put it on once, and we started watching it, and within like, I think I'm not even playing with like 10 minutes into the movie. Like as soon as Fluffy came onto the scene, racked out, done, left. So I have yet to see it, and actually I wouldn't mind watching the last one because I saw that what's the chick? Selma Hayek was in the last one, so I was like, okay, that might be something I want to watch.
Even it out a little bit.
But then I heard that movie flopped really bad. It was really bad.
I didn't even hear. Yeah, I didn't even hear about it. I like heard she was in it, and I saw like some ads for it, but I didn't hear like any reviews. Yeah, I didn't hear anybody talk about it after the fact. So I was like,
yeah,
not a big deal.
I think that movie came out like the beginning of last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn.
Yeah, I think it's considered like a classic now, an oldies.
The original, yeah, for sure, but I don't know about that last one.
No. And then the other one is this last movie that she's been bugging me to watch, and I keep telling you that I don't want to watch it. Is Saltburn. It's a new movie that came out. Have you seen it?
So I keep seeing this on like Twitter and everybody talking about it. It's on Netflix, right? Or is it on Prime?
I don't think she's just looking at me.
Is it Netflix or Prime? Can you ask her?
Is the movie on Netflix or on Prime? The fans are asking right now. That's why. Huh? A what? He's like, oh, what fans? These fans? She's just a hater. Just because I didn't invite her to be a special guest.
Haters are our motivators.
I think it's a Prime Video actually. I think it is Prime.
I think so, yeah.
But
I just keep hearing about it. It's all over my timeline saying, "Oh, this is awesome! This is awesome! I'm gonna watch it." Or people are like, "Oh, should I watch it?"
It won some awards if I'm not mistaken.
Who's in it?
So it's that one guy.
Okay, nice. I love that one guy. Favorite actor.
That one guy from Euphoria, the tall white dude. Oh, have you seen Euphoria?
Nope.
Okay. Have you seen The Kissing Booth?
Nope.
So the show is called Entertainment on Tap. Okay, so part of the show is to know.
Part of the show is to digest some entertainment, bro. Let me do some Googles.
Okay, so go Google. It's okay. So one of the main characters is
Barry. He's the Joker in the new Batman. The Batman with Robert Pattinson? Yeah.
Yes. See?
Yes.
So I was thinking about the villain. Yeah. So he was also in Eternals, if I'm not mistaken. He was one of the characters from Eternals.
Yes, he was. I forgot about that. That movie was trash.
The one that like all the women were getting wet for.
I didn't hear that, but yeah, sure, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so they're both, and like I said, I was all for it. Like she told me, like, oh, we should watch it, and I've been seeing it too. Just saying when you have, I was like, yeah, I'll be down to watch that. Like I like both actors. I think they're both good. And then she's like, oh yeah, but you're not gonna like this one scene. Like, why would you tell me that?
Immediately, nope. Yep, I'm out.
No. She was. The worst thing is, she was like, oh, and by the way, don't look it up. And I'm like, what?
Like, don't look up the scene.
Don't look up. Like she just said already, you're not gonna like this one scene, but don't look it up.
Okay.
Let's just watch it and see what happens.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna pass on that. Now I'm scared.
No, I did my research. Hell no. So if you don't mind, I would love to give this not spoiler free. I would love to kind of just say what happens in this scene. If you're okay with it. If you're not, then I won't.
Yeah, go for it. Spoiler alert to anybody who's watching, which is I think just Irish. I mean, the good thing is that this will save, so people can watch it back afterwards.
Okay, good. So they can review and they can listen to it over and over again what happens in this scene. So Irish stud, if you're still listening, spoiler alert. So there's a scene where this guy ejaculates in the tub of the shower where he is showering or bathing or whatever you want to call it. And the other guy, now remember, we mentioned two male actors. So they're the main actors in this movie.
Okay.
All right. So one of them you can figure out on your own if you want to who it is. Ejaculated into the bath where he is bathing. The other guy drank the backwater of that water.
If you take out the ejaculation, it's still disgusting. When you add it on top, it gets worse.
Yes. But baby, let's go watch it still. Yeah.
It's like people have to be like I like obviously for there to be new things and new ideas and different stuff. But sometimes it feels like there's stuff that's thrown into things that is like edgy just to be edgy. Like they obviously, I don't want to say obviously, maybe there's a story somehow, maybe possibly there's a way for that to be part of the story some weird way. But it just feels like, oh, let's put this in there to be edgy and that'll get people to talk about it and then people will want to watch it.
Yes.
Not this specifically, obviously, because I don't think anybody's hearing that. It's like, oh no, I gotta watch this movie. But there's things of that nature where it's like, oh, I've gotta see this now because of this and that. I don't know. It's
But
weird.
now that you know,
Right.
how does it make you feel?
I'm probably gonna skip this movie.
Just keep it on the back burner.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
for,
It'll be in my movies to watch, but it'll be at the end of the list. Just keep getting throw Magic Mike on top of that. I still haven't watched like some of the middle Twilights. Maybe I'll watch some of those first.
or maybe just some of the movies that I just mentioned, like Euphoria. Euphoria was one of the biggest is one
I
of the
know it's a
biggest
big
shows.
show.
Just once again, spoiler alert.
If you could not do
Euphoria
that,
has
that'd be great. My ears are like not loving that sound.
yeah, Euphoria has a lot of dicks in it, so just keep that in mind. But
It's for the
if
ladies.
if you separate the penises in the show, it's actually a really solid show. Like the storyline is really freaking good.
Maybe that scene is for the ladies somehow.
Oh no, it's not a scene. It's the whole. It's every single episode.
No. I'm saying from Saltburn, like that
Oh,
bathtub. Like maybe that's for the lady.
lady,
I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't.
a,
I'm not
la-
a.
a
I'm not a
lady.
lady.
So okay. So from the ladies that you do know, you think they would be like, oh yeah, I want to see some man drink the backwater of another man.
I'm not saying I don't know all ladies.
So you think ladies are attracted to that,
I can't speak for them.
babe? Can I ask you a question? Are women attracted to that kind of scene when a man ejaculates in a bathtub and the other man drinks the backwater? Does that sound sexy? She has no response. She says that we'll leave that for another segment.
Jesus Christ.
So hey, tell me, you're a big wrestling fan. What's going on in the wrestling world now?
Oh man, wrestling, honestly, dude, is popping off. If you look at the ratings for wrestling, I know it doesn't seem like that to you because you're not a wrestling fan.
I'm a big fan actually.
I know you. Sorry, I forgot that you. My bad. I was thinking about my other best friend. Wrestling right now,
You.
yeah, possibly. Um, it's super big right now. Like they're both WWE and AEW, which is the two big companies. They're in like media negotiations to get like new contracts for their shows on whatever companies want to broadcast it. So like NBC, Amazon, Disney Plus is in there.
Who did what's his name? Vince McMahon.
Yeah, what about him? He's
Wow,
dead.
I want to know how. Okay, really? Damn, that's
No,
crazy.
no, no. He's alive. He's alive.
I know he's
But
alive. How much did he sell it for?
oh, I don't remember that number.
I know he made like
He made some money. He made some money.
oh, he made good pocket change.
Yeah. No, I mean he's still got stocks, and that again because
No,
it's booming.
but
It
who
was
did he
with
sell it to? You remember?
it was to TKO, which is the parent company for UFC.
Yes, that's who. That's what I was thinking
Right.
about.
So
Yeah.
now they're merged and they're killing it. And then
Oh, yeah.
so it's a good time to be a wrestling fan, as you know, since you're a wrestling fan as well. But it's
Vegas
like
won.
any night of the week you can watch a good wrestling show. Whereas maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, wrestling was like very hit or miss. So yeah, I sent you a clip. I'm gonna post a clip in the chat here. This is like my clip of the week. In my opinion, like the biggest thing of just insanity that happened in streaming, but or in wrestling. Sorry, but it's what's up?
I would say thank you, Twitter, for sponsoring this video.
Yes, thanks Twitter. Appreciate you guys. No, but I watch wrestling every Wednesday for sure. That's my favorite show. But I'm like tuned in Monday, sometimes Tuesdays, Friday. I'm kind of watching it on the side while I'm playing games. Wrestling's hot. It's hot in the streets.
I used to watch wrestling so much when I was a kid. I can tell you, like the last time that I was truly, truly into wrestling was before Kurt Angle lost his hair. He's bald right now.
That's a
He's
long
bald.
time ago. Yeah, he's bald. My problem is that he lost his hair and then he like did a storyline to where he had like a wig on. So I was trying to figure out if you meant like when he actually lost his hair or when he lost the wig.
No.
When he really lost his hair.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm talking about before he lost his hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Booker
That's a
T was
long
always-
time ago.
Oh, of course. Like I said, I know that was a long time ago. That's when I was
I mean,
into it.
I didn't watch for like, I don't know, maybe 15 years. I stopped watching like sometime in middle school. And I didn't start watching again until after I moved back in with my parents, which is like 2015. Like almost 10 years now I've been back in the wrestling. But the last 5-6 years I've been like watching it kind of regularly or like,
Religiously.
yeah, religiously, I would say, yeah. But it's good. It's good. It's I mean, if you're into that kind of stuff, now's the time to watch it.
Yeah, man. Like I said, Kurt Angle still had his hair. Booker T was pretty hot during that time. The Rock obviously was The Rock. Everybody was making fun of Stephanie
McMahon.
Okay, thank you, Stephanie McMahon, because she had that boob lift or boob job done.
Yeah.
And they like, I don't know who it was. But I remember it was one of the pay-per-view events when they like blasted her on the big screen when she was kind of denying that she had any job done, and then someone posted like the video, like a picture of a before and after her with like she had like saggy boobs on one and then one with like perky big tits on the
It was
other.
one of three people. I don't remember that at all, but it was either The Rock because he was always clowning people.
It wasn't The Rock.
It could have been Stone Cold because he was also always talking trash about people. Or the funny one that it could possibly be too, because I know that they had. Actually, it could have been Kurt Angle too, because he was always like messing with her too. But it could have been Triple H, which he was always talking trash about her, and then ended up marrying her in real life. And now he's actually running WWE now. Like he's not
Yes, I saw that.
not the whole like company himself, but he does all the stories and stuff.
Last time I actually tuned in just to kind of see if anything has changed. Like, he came out wearing a suit. One,
Yeah.
I didn't even know they made suits that
That big?
His, to cover his biceps. Homie was huge, bro.
Yeah, he was big. He was big back in the day.
He was a big dude. But now, honestly, like I have a lot of good memories watching and being into them, especially watching, bro, the whole Suck It era. They had I feel like The Rock had beef with like everybody.
I mean, he was at the top, so everybody was coming for the top spot, and he was like, "Nah, I'm The Rock. You can't take me off this mantle. I'm number one."
Stone Cold was probably one of the most entertaining people to watch, in my opinion.
The two of them together was magic, man. After that ended, that's kind of like the downfall of it. And I've even gone back, like I had their WWE Network back in the day when I first was getting back into it. Like, oh, let me watch let me try and catch up to what I've missed and try and watch some stuff. And like everything from like the late 2000s, like early 2010s, was just like just trash.
Really?
Yeah,
Man.
it's just bad.
Honestly, besides, okay, this is a good question. Besides The Rock and Stone Cold, what was your favorite matchup? Your favorite duel?
My favorite duel
Duo, like when they teamed up.
when they were like tag teams, or when they would like they
Yeah,
were
yeah,
like
yeah.
going head to head, like
No, no,
because
no.
because
Duel,
The Rock
the,
and Stone Cold were like the greatest enemies of all time to me.
okay, I'll say what I want to say. I think when they teamed up, because it was just so like, I think I mentioned it one time and you were like, oh, whatever. Was freaking when oh my god, what's his name? When the Undertaker and Kane would team up, because that was that whole thing where they were like, oh yeah, they're family, and in reality they're not.
Right.
But people, that was like a theory that everybody came up with, that oh yeah, they're like brothers or cousins or lovers or whatever. But yeah,
The best team to me, and obviously it's got The Rock in it because I'm a huge Rock fan. But The Rock
the
and
guy with the mask.
Mankind,
That's the guy. That's the guy with the
yeah,
mask, right?
The Rock and
Yeah,
Sock
yeah,
connection. He had the sock that he put into people's mouth and choke them out. Classic, classic,
classic. Typical Rock.
right? You know.
Oh man, that's funny. All right, so you have some stuff that you wanted to talk about, buddy. Lay it on me.
Well, I mean, Cat Williams, man, has been big in the news this past couple of weeks, and I had fun. He came to town obviously last week, and we went out to go see it.
Oh, how was it?
It was an amazing show.
It was.
Yeah. Have you ever been to like a stand up like show like that, like where it's like in a big arena, not like just like a
Oh
local?
yeah, yeah. Yeah. So like the biggest one that I've seen is Fluffy. I'm a
Damn, I'm
huge Fluffy
jealous.
fan.
I'm waiting for him to come down
Huge
here
Fluffy
again.
fan, bro. He's I think he's hilarious because like I've seen some of Cat Williams stuff, like his earlier stuff kills it. I see some of the newer stuff on Netflix and I'm like, it's okay. I haven't seen the last one,
I didn't
and
see
the
the
only
last one
thing that
either.
I'm well, you were just in the last one.
Right,
I'm
but
talking about I'm talking about the one that he's going live right now.
gotcha.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I saw a little bit of the new one that came out on Netflix. I watched a little bit. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I
But
didn't
my
see that.
thing
That's the
with
one I didn't see.
yeah. We watched a little bit of it in like a little bit in the beginning, like a couple days ago. It was pretty funny. But man, this is my thing with a lot of these like comedians. Who was it that I really like as an actor, as a comedian actor, but I don't like him in stand up. Is what's his face? He was in 30 Rock. Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan. I have never seen
Yeah,
a stand up special of his.
he has one on Netflix. He did one right after. You remember that horrible accident that basically almost killed him?
Right. When he got healthy, he did one. I think I heard about that. Yeah.
Basically, an 18-wheeler
Right. No.
hit his car.
I heard about the accident. I know that he was like basically lost his life. He had to do a lot of rehab and all that. And then I heard that once he got good, he did his special, but I didn't see the special at all. I never heard anything about it.
Yeah, I'm I curse like crazy, but like when after every word is like, oh yeah, fuck, oh yeah, bitch, hell yeah, whatever
Just too much
comes
of
out
it.
of your mouth. Oh my
Yeah.
god, it's too much. Just get to the damn joke. It's just way too much. Uh, but yeah, no, Fluffy for the most part he goes straight for the jokes and it's been clean. But that Cat Williams interview, damn bro, that got everybody
Bro,
talking.
did you look like
People are still talking.
it's 2 parts, bro? It's like a good 2.5 hours in total. The interview.
No, more than that.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's over 3 hours long. It's like 3:15. No, it's a long interview.
Yeah.
Bro, dude, the
I
guy
listened
had
to it. Yeah, I listened to it when I was driving, so I don't know like the exact time, but I'm like, this is like he's just going in on every single person who has to him did him dirty.
he came
Yeah.
with the book. Next page, let me talk about this guy.
He's like, oh wait, no, I have more on this page from the last guy still. He went in and Shannon Sharp was just like, yeah, just go ahead, just talk trash about all of them.
Honestly, he looked uncomfortable half the time. He even got to the point where he was like, I don't think I'm ever gonna have anybody else come into this interview. I don't think no comedians are gonna ever want to come in here. And he was like, nah, you'll be good. They'll still come here.
The funniest thing I seen after that was that on Twitter, people were I don't know if you've seen this, but Ludacris put out
The rap.
like a rap, like a this rap or whatever, and people were like, Ludacris hasn't rapped in how many years now, and
Nah, he's been dropping.
as a joke, but like Ludacris hasn't been out here rapping like seriously, and not even a couple days after the interview, he's out here dropping a diss rap about him, and it's he went
At least he
on everybody.
responded.
Yeah, so I mean, some of them were just like, well, he can say whatever he wants to say, and it's like nobody was actually saying, like nobody was saying, oh, he's wrong for what he said,
It's better
which
than
makes you
Kevin
think
Hart
that
did.
it was the truth. What did Kevin Hart do? Put out the movie?
Huh?
He put out his movie on Netflix. Is that what his response was?
Yeah, no. He was like, okay, he said something very generic about Cat Williams, and it was like literally like a one sentence thing towards what Cat Williams.
No, he
said,
went
and
in
was
on
like,
Cat Williams
by the
or on Kevin Hart.
no, oh no, yeah, no, he went ham on Kevin Hart. But I'm saying Kevin Hart's response was basically he made a one line statement towards what Cat Williams said, and then he was like, by the way, you should check out my new movie, not playing Lift, that's coming out on Netflix on so and so date. And people were like, really? That's all you got to say about Cat Williams? So it must be true then. All the things he's saying about he's just a plant in the industry. And honestly, like the thing
It
is,
makes sense.
it does kind of make sense, man. Like I'm a big Kevin Hart fan, like to an extent. Like his new comedy stuff is kind of like, it's okay, But like his earlier stuff, like what is a grown little man? I think it was his first two ones. Man, come on.
I don't remember Growing Little Man. For
Is-
me, Kevin Hart is only in movies that The Rock is in.
Well, regardless, his first two stand-ups are probably my all-time favorite. The best one is
Oh, when he does the okay, you're talking about stand-ups.
yeah, stand-up.
Yeah,
comedy.
I seen his stand-ups when he does the gnat joke where it's like he's stuck in the gnats. Get my baby out the gnats. No, you don't remember that joke? And he's like, say it with my chest. Say it with your chest.
Same with my chest. Yeah, same
Yeah.
with my chest. Or oh, she ain't got no nipples, bro. Or the best one is the freaking Shaq joke when he had LeBron and Shaquille O'Neal at in the audience.
Right.
The whole little rock. Oh, there goes Shaq again, bro. Like, dude, that had me done.
He had a good one a couple of years ago, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and it was the only joke I remember from it was he had like guns everywhere in his house or whatever, and he was like, gun compartment. You don't remember that joke? No. I don't remember what stand up that was, but it was like maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 years ago. I just remember me and my coworkers joking about it at work because it came out on Netflix, and we both watched it that weekend, and we were just making jokes about like having guns hidden everywhere. And he's like, oh, if I ever get robbed, I'm gonna have a gun. Like, oh, I gotta stretch. I left something in the oven, and let me get in the oven. And he pulls out the gun. It's like gun compartment, and he just shoots the robbers. You gotta watch it. It's a good one. Let me find
The
it.
funny thing is, like, can you really see Kevin Hart do that?
No, not at all. That's what makes it funny because it's like obviously he's bullshitting because he's not gonna return no gun.
I don't know. Like I said, ever since the Cat Williams interview, I look, and honestly, okay, I don't know if you noticed this because I noticed it during the last football game that I saw with the Eagles and Bucks. But it's like, ever since Cat Williams made his comment about not even comment, I think his comments on Kevin Hart was probably like 30-40 minutes long alone that he talked about Kevin Hart. But ever since that whole podcast, I feel like the media or Hollywood or whoever is running the show has been like freaking like shoving Kevin Hart down my freaking throat. Like I see like so much promotions from him out of nowhere, out of us all of a sudden.
That's how it goes though with these kind of things. It's like, oh, we got some kind of press. All press is good press. Bad press is good press. It's like, okay, we got this attention on him. Doesn't matter what people are saying, whether or not he's a plant or not. And they're like, okay, well, people are talking about Kevin Hart, so let's put him in the spotlight and just ignore that somebody was talking about him for the most part. And then just, here's a movie. Here's him doing commercials. Here's this and that. Like, have him in the face because people are going to forget about that kind of stuff.
So if Kevin Hart is a plant, what kind of plant do you think he'd be? I'm thinking like a coconut tree.
No, that tree's too tall, bro.
Oh no, you're right.
It's got to be
What
a
about
much smaller tree.
an agave plant?
Sure, I don't even know what that is. I've never seen one
It's
before.
it's the little thing. It's got a little.
Yep, nailed it. Not oh that got it.
They use it to make tequila.
Okay, pass. Pour up a shot. But the thing is like, I don't think he's the first one to be a plant like that. Like, I can't think of an exact example, but like, I feel like all the
Oh, I do have an
time.
example. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go.
No,
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 go.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like all the time, there's always like this person's huge, and it's like I've never seen this person in anything before, and it's like, oh, they were just in this, and that's where they broke out.
I just thought about it right now. Okay. They they basically it happened like towards like the middle of last year all the way to honestly she it was like maybe like 3 or 4 months she was hot. They basically were calling her out as a plant in social media. Freaking that girl Bobby, the white
Oh,
the
the
white girl,
yeah. Did she interview
bro.
Drake and all that?
Yeah, where is she? I haven't seen a video from her in like she used to she used to just show up on my
For you
feed. Now
page? Yeah,
I never see her.
no idea. Gone.
Hollywood took her.
the
Hollywood
the
stole her.
the Illuminati was like, nope, you're not cutting it. You got to go.
The Illuminati said, "No, you're going back in the box."
Go back in the box. Stay there. Take the batteries out. But yeah,
We'll ask Drake when you can come out.
the Cat Williams show was good though. Like I really enjoyed that. All like the people that came out before him were really funny, except for you know who Mark Curry is.
Refresh my memory.
He had a show, something. Like he had like a late night show with Mark Curry. What else was he in?
Late night show like Arsenio Hall. Late night show.
He had a show like that, but it was his show.
Was it as popular
Anyway,
as Arsenio Hall?
no, yeah, he's a pretty popular dude. Like if you look him up, you'll be like, oh, okay, this guy.
I want to look him up while we're talking, but my fear is that I'm.
Where's your phone at?
You know what's funny? Hold on, give me a second. There's so much stuff going on my computer. I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. Anyway, I'll look him up. I'll put it on my to-do list.
I saw like he was the one to go before Cat Williams. I'm like, oh, this would be cool. Like he's popular guy. He's been around for ages. I didn't know he was doing stand up still, but he came out and he was like drunk or high or something. You could barely understand him. His jokes weren't landing, so I took that time to go use the restroom. But the one thing, like the difference between the Cat Williams show and I went to Kevin Hart last year or the year before, can't remember. Was that outside of that one guy being bad, all the comics were funny at Cat Williams. Kevin Hart show, it was like one of the pre-show comics was funny. The rest of them were kind of trash. And the other thing from the Kevin Hart show was that the show started like an hour late, and I'm like, so does that mean the show is going to be extended to be like an hour longer than it should be, or not? And it was like, no, all the comedians were like barely getting any time, and then Kevin Hart was barely on stage. And then the thing that sucked even more is that there was 2 fights while he was on stage, so he stopped for both of them to like acknowledge the fights and like make jokes about the fights. And I'm like, it's not even like I'm getting a full Kevin Hart experience, but like I don't know, like
Maybe you are.
maybe I am, but it just go ahead.
I was saying maybe the fight was the plant.
The plant planted a plant.
Yeah,
That's insane. Plantception right there. But yeah, that's the thing I don't get. Like that's 2 things I don't get about shows. 1, why would you pay money to go see something and end up fighting somebody? You just wasted your money. 2, like people pay money to come see you. Why can't you start your show on time and like give them their money's worth?
And that was honestly I wanted to bring that up too. That is the most aggravating thing. Luckily, like at least the concerts or shows that I've been to recently, like I haven't had that issue. But I see it so freaking much that it's just aggravating. Like, and the worst thing, these fans and these like arenas or whoever is like hosting or doing it, they gotta help. They gotta hold these these artists accountable. Like I get it, things happen, but people pay really good money to to see these artists. Some of the big ones, like the most recent one was Madonna. I read that she was like 2 hours late to her own show. Traffic cannot be that bad for you to be 2 hours late. That's like, I'm not a Madonna fan. Like, dude, I honestly, I'm even surprised that she's even still doing concerts, brother. Isn't she like,
She's like,
isn't
I
she
think she's
like,
close to 70 almost.
bro? Honestly, we could leave a Madonna talk for another segment. But I'm just saying, like, maybe she had a hip surgery. Who knows?
At that age, right?
Yeah, but like, come on, 2 hours late, and then like, was it one of the festivals they had? Freaking, I don't know if you remember Frank Ocean.
Hmm.
I was a big fan of Frank Ocean when he first came out, and then he kind of just
Yeah, he just fell
disappeared.
off. He just stopped making music, and he came
And
back
this
like
was
maybe a
all,
year or two ago.
but this no, but like he did, but it wasn't as strong. But this festival, this concert, was in reality was supposed to bring his career back to where it should be. Because like
Right.
the dude got a voice, like bro, he could sing, bro. But like I don't know, life happens. I don't know, I don't know what's going on. But he was extremely late, and then on top of that, because since this is a festival, when it comes to festival, they have a bunch of artists lined up back to back
Right.
to back, and then he even stayed longer than what he should have, even after being late, and it was kind of like it was just
No.
it just wasn't
Right.
good.
It's not professional. It's like people are expecting you to be somewhere. They're paying to come see you there, and you're not going to show up on time. And I've even seen people who are like have gone to concerts and they don't show up on time, and then they come out and they like half-ass the concert, and then they leave early too. And it's like, why did I even give you money for this to happen? That's why I'm so hesitant to like go to like anything, even wrestling. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I want to go out to wrestling because I don't know if it's obviously they're going to be good about their show, but then it's a crowd too. It's like, do you all want to be around people who are like not going to make the event enjoyable? So that's why I just watch stuff on TV.
Because then
Then I'm just fighting my dog.
don't get me started on your dog. I still have pain from your dog.
She claimed another victim last weekend.
Oh my god, who?
Mike.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Is he okay?
he'll be alright. He'll be at the hospital soon.
He shouldn't have looked at you weird, right?
Shouldn't have done what he was doing.
But no, I agree. The a lot of these artists, they need to be held accountable. Like, bro, you're already at that 1% of the wealth in this in America, and have these people. I hope not, but a lot of these people are using up a paycheck to buy a ticket to see you live and be
Right.
entertained.
These are your
And
fans. Like it's not like
yeah,
at a festival. Like I'm not saying it's right at a festival, but at a festival there's so many artists, like you were saying, that you could be there for one artist and not the other. So like, not a big deal if Frank Ocean comes out late because I don't care about Frank Ocean. But if I'm going to a concert just for Madonna, if I'm a Madonna fan, which I'm not, and she comes
I
2 hours
compare
late, I mean, she did have some bangers back in the days.
Vogue.
But if I'm going to a concert for somebody and they're 2 hours late and I'm sitting there for 2 hours waiting for them to show up, I'm leaving.
My girl went out to. I'm pretty sure you don't know him, but it's it's a singer. His name is El El Alpha.
Is he like big
But
like Daddy Yankee? I mean, no.
nobody's bigger than Daddy Yankee.
I'm not saying bigger than Daddy Yankee, but is he that level of famous? Or is he like the bootleg Bad Bunny?
His music is more of a like not me, let the girls shake their ass, and
Oh, okay.
you know that's basically it. But anyway, this guy was super late. Ended up having like they had the pre-show where whoever artist they had in the beginning, and then later on, the guy never like he ended up showing up, but he was just so late, so they just had the DJ there just playing. They actually had him playing Bad Bunny music and other music. They were just treating it as a club. Give me 1 second.
You good?
Sorry, my laptop charger was dying, and I, honestly I wasn't properly prepared. Obviously, I should have charged my phone. It's my mistake.
Oh, your phone's dead?
By the, no. My yeah, it is disgusting. My girl's like, hey, that beer is disgusting that I bought.
Did you try it?
Yeah. She was like, oh, let me try. You say that it's so bad. Let me see it. I bought it. By the way, I'm on number 3. Where you at, big guy?
This is beer number 3. Yep.
No, it's not. Don't lie to me.
I got tall boys, bro.
Just because you're taller than me, it doesn't mean you're a tall boy.
Good comeback.
Really?
not at all. Terrible. You don't have to drink it like that. You can wait till the foam goes away. Got milk?
I'm just trying to get a mustache.
Got milk.
Oh,
Ooh. Watch your mic.
No. So this guy showed up late, and then after that, he still ended up going to a club here in Naples,
Of course.
partying it up. Yeah, just give me a second.
You're good. Yeah, I would never.
You could give that sponsor talk that they wanted us to talk about the beers while I'm away.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we could talk about this icy light mango. It's a 95 calories per can. I don't know what a normal beer calorie count is, so it's not good. But it's made in Pittsburgh. No, it's made in Creighton, Pennsylvania, by the Pittsburgh Brewing Company. It's a premium light beer of natural flavors and artificial sweeteners. That's why it tastes like mango. It's very sweet. Goes down easy.
And once again, I want to say thank you to our unofficial sponsor, Voodoo Ranger. All right, you get the Imperial IPA. You get every single flavor in your mouth, and if you're into it, that's great. But honestly, it's delicious.
Sponsors gonna love that.
I know. Thank you for being an unofficial sponsor. All right.
I'm gonna clip that right there out and just tweet that out and tag them in it. And be like, yep, thanks guys.
Thanks for sponsoring our podcast today.
Right.
Unofficially. Of course, unofficially. Can't wait to see the revenue from all our sponsorship. Oh, by the way, this mug is also sponsored by Beer Spa. If you're ever in Orlando, definitely check out Beer Spa. It's probably one of the coolest places I've ever been to. Just a side note, they put you rent out this area for like about, I think it's like an hour long, and if you call them early enough, you might even get it for an hour and a half long. But it's unlimited beer. Unlimited beer. And they have this tub, and it's all private rooms, so nobody's in there. So it's just you by yourself, or with your lady, or with your guy friend, and you guys are just in the tub with like inside the jacuzzi tub. It has like hops and other stuff in it that basically is like beer stuff in it. Honestly, I cannot explain it. I'm not a professional. I just know that I paid for it and I went there, and it was also an awesome experience.
So it's an actual spa.
Yeah, no, it's an actual spa.
I thought that was just like a cool name for it, like a beer spa.
No. It's an actual spa. They have they have an infrared room. They have an area where you can hang out and lounge on a haystack. Like it sounds weird. Bro, you're on the computer. Google beer spa, and you'll be like, okay, that's actually pretty cool. But thank you, thank you, Beer Spa, for sponsoring this podcast.
I'm gonna talk about you and your mic.
Bro, why will people give me a mic? I love having the mic around me.
Right. It's cool to have a mic, but you don't have to have it in your mouth.
I know.
Okay, thanks. Okay, their website is trash.
The what?
Their website is trash.
Look, when you're called Beer Spa, does it really matter?
I'm trying to find pictures, and they don't have any pictures on their website. It's just book. So I got to go to their Instagram, which is
to be honest, I didn't find them on their website. I found them through actually TikTok. They have a lot of TikTok videos and their Instagram. It's like I said,
right? It's an experience.
Their website sucks.
Yeah.
Like maybe their website sucks. I'm pretty here. check their Yelp review.
I know. I got them up on Instagram, and I'm seeing people sitting in a tub. It's like an old school, like wooden tub type deal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Interesting. Did it smell
But
like
it's pretty
beer?
cool. Honestly, like we had a few drinks prior and beers before we went in there. Hey, babe, did the tub smell like beer? At the beer spa, the jacuzzi tub, did it smell like beer? She doesn't remember. We had yeah, same response. We had too many beers prior, so she doesn't remember. All I know is that, bro, and they're always freaking booked. Actually, the lady that tell the like the people that worked there was telling us that there's actually like a since you're into wrestling, there's like 2 or 3 wrestlers that live in Orlando. I wouldn't know. You probably stalked them,
There's a million of them that live in Orlando, actually.
but professional wrestlers.
No, I know. Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah, because WWE
Oh,
has their like training center there, so a lot of them live there.
I did not know that. I mean, I didn't.
Right, because you're a huge
Obviously,
wrestling fan, so you just forgot. You just yeah,
of course, boop, of
yeah.
course. But oh yeah, so they have a lot of them that actually come out to that. There's only one beer spot in Orlando, and a lot of them go out there just for
It seems like a
to
cool
hang
spot.
out.
Can you
Yeah,
shower after?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So in your private room, they always start you off. They tell you like once you go in, they close the door. Nobody goes in until you're done. So you go in there. You have the spa, and then from there you kind of time it on your own. Spend like 30 minutes in the jacuzzi, then go in the infrared room. Sweat out all the toxins, lounge out by the haystack, and then when you're ready, you have your own private shower, your own private bathroom. You do whatever you want to do. And I'll leave it at that.
Whoa, boy, sounds crazy in there. Pinky out.
But yeah, once again, thank you, Beer Spa, for sponsoring this video unofficially.
Unofficially.
Ooh, that was good. Anyway, oh, I think I'm pretty sure I brought it up to you. Did you? Oh my! Oh, look at you.
I'm out here chugging
You
it.
want to pour? Oh, here. Can I hear the crisp psh when you open up the next can?
Maybe. I don't know if my mic will pick it up because it's got a lot of filters on it.
Oh, I'm sorry that sorry for you having a fancy cam. I mean, a fancy mic.
Here, let me turn some settings down, see if that helps.
I like your hat. It says Hush.
It does. The front is cooler.
Is it like Batman? Ah, I called it. Nice. I love that. You oh, since
Did you hear it? No. Yeah. Too many filters.
can you at least with your mouth make the sound that it would have made?
No. I was like, can I? No, I can't. I would just sound like fucking Lightning McQueen. Ka-chow.
Ow! Bro, my kid Enzo loves the first one. Actually, he likes cars. He likes cars in general. My opinion, first one was good. Second one was horrendous. They should have never made the second one. Honestly, they should have made a part one and part three because I liked part three. It just kept part two out of it.
You like airplanes?
No,
I don't think I've ever actually finished that movie.
I think I started it and then I was like, this shit is whack. They're just trying to milk it from cars.
Let's watch Cars sometime this week to fall asleep to. It's just a good movie. I love Cars.
It is. Like I said, part two was sucked. I hated like they literally took Lightning McQueen out of it. Like he was still in the movie, but it was literally a
He wasn't the focal
freaking
point. It was yeah, that's all it was. It was
it was a
Mater.
it was Mater movie.
Which
But
I mean, I get because he was so popular from the first one, but they didn't make a good Mater movie. They could have made a good Mater movie.
no, yeah, no, it was bad. But your hat talking about Hush, you know that he's gonna be supposedly he's gonna be the next main villain for the Batman movie. the one with Twilight. Uh, I forget
Robert
his name.
Pat.
Yeah, yeah. For the Robert Pattinson Batman, he's supposed to be the main villain, along with Clayface and whoever else they get into the movie. But Hush is supposed to be the main villain.
It's exciting because they haven't put him out there yet. So
Well, they have in the video games. Like, have you played the Arkham series?
he was in the Arkham games.
Yeah, like he wasn't one of the main villains. He was one of the side villains. I think
Oh, okay.
it wasn't Origins, obviously.
Was it the last one? Because the last one was
No,
terrible.
no, no. What? What are you talking about? The last one was not terrible. When you were able to drive on the Batmobile, you're crazy. That was a great one. No, you're gonna piss me off right now. Like, we're gonna end the
Because
podcast. I'm gonna delete.
okay, so
I'm gonna.
there's four games, right?
Yes, there is the Arkham Asylum, Arkham City. There is Arkham Origins, and then there is I forgot what the last one is called. I can't hear you. You cut off.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, I got you. It's kind of like muffled, but yeah. What
Um,
was it?
I'm looking up
Arkham
the order now.
Arkham Knight was it?
The first one was Batman Origins. Was this?
No.
No, that's
Well, no,
story.
that was the
That's
prequel.
that's the
The
story.
first one was Arkham Asylum.
That's like a chronological like timeline order.
Yeah, and then
I hate you, Google. Google, you made me look dumb.
oh my god, how many people are watching right now? Because they're probably judging us right now.
The first one is Arkham Asylum. Then it's Arkham
Then
City
Arkham City, then Arkham Origins,
Origins,
and then
and
Arkham
then
Knight.
yes, Arkham Knight.
Look at that. Dude, that's been years. Bro, you can't. Arkham Knight was great. What are you talking about? What's the company that even though their ratings suck, and I never follow it, but what did they say about the ratings for Arkham Knight?
Let
You
me
can't tell me
triple.
that it was a bad rating.
Let me click this. Give me 1 second. Have some patience. We'll go down to release. No, reception. Uh, Game
Oh my
Informer had
god,
9.5 out of 10. IGN had 9.2 out of 10. Am I
bro!
am I getting the games out of order? Was it Origins then that was bad?
Origins was okay. Like it was good because the main villain was Black Mask, but it ended up being Joker dressed up as Black Mask because he already killed Black Mask. It was the first time he dealt with Joker.
I don't know why I didn't like the last one then. I just remember not being a fan of like it felt like a lot of work to get through it for some reason.
Bro, you're crazy, bro. It was it was a great end. Like the whole storyline was great from start to finish. Like the ending, perfect. Like it was such a great story. No, you're crazy.
Have you tried the new one, Gotham City, where it's Robin and
Gotham
Red Hood and
Gotham Knights.
Gotham Knights? Yeah, you're right.
I really was going to get it and play it, but the reviews on it was so horrible. Oh, you bought the game. You told me how bad it was. It
I
was just a
was
bad game.
I wasn't planning on getting it. I was like initially I was like, okay, I'll wait for the reviews like you did, and then I got talked into getting it because somebody was telling me that it was good, and then we could play it together, and then we couldn't even play together. That was the shitty part. Like, I don't care if a game is like really bad. Like, if it's really bad, I'm not gonna play it. But even if it's like kind of decent, I also play it if I'm playing with somebody else because at least you're hanging out and playing a game. But we couldn't. We had to like find like different hacks to make it work to where like we could play together, and even then it was terrible. So supposedly it's gotten a little bit better after some updates, but it's not even worth going back to now at this point.
I felt like that with one of the Resident Evil games. When I lived in Texas, before you came, me, Alex, and Piero, we bought this Resident Evil game. Um, I can't think of the name. It was so bad though, but we stuck through it as long as we could, honestly. Because and the main reason we got it is because it was meant to play as a group.
Right.
So um you were part of the Umbrella Task Force, and you had to go through Raccoon City as soon as it was supposed to be right after Resident Evil 2 when the infection got out of the hive.
Okay.
Um, so you're in the city trying to basically do whatever. Honestly, it was that bad that I even forgot the storyline. But it was just sucked because like especially if you didn't have that fourth player because it was just me. They say it was me, Piero, and Alex, and it's meant to be a four-player game. So like even if you're playing by yourself, you still had three other three other members with you that were CPU, but the CPU sucked. They always kept dying, and I don't
I
remember,
hate
but I
games
felt
like
like
that.
I felt like if one of them died, then the game was over. Like you all had to survive.
Yeah, that's a terrible game design right there.
It was so bad, and the thing is, like they kept showing like the main villain like this, and it was this monster that you haven't seen in any of the games or the movies. It got to the point where like we just gave up on the game because we one like the one computer guy that was always with us, like we were murking them. All those zombies that came in, pop, 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 everybody was dying, but the damn freaking computer guy was like. If we're all going right, he goes left by himself, freaking trying to be a freaking Rambo, trying to be a hero, and he'll end up dying. And bro, like we could never finish this damn game. It was just it just sucked.
Real quick, because you bring up Resident Evil, did you watch the Netflix show?
I didn't because and I was going to, and the only reason one of the reasons why I was going to go into because Homeboy was in it, and I'm a big fan of him. I can't, but I can't think of his name. He the guy that was in like
The
the
dad.
adult. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, he's
yeah.
good. Oh,
But
is
after
that
the reviews,
Didn't he just pass
but the
away?
man, yeah, rest in
Yeah,
peace. Yeah, and you know, to show respect, what's his name? Can you Google his
I
name?
think it's Lewis Reddick, but I'll double check it.
Bro, and it sucks because he had so much. I like I lost. I feel like we lost so many good actors and good people that like. I feel like they still had so much to give to us.
Lance Reddick, sorry, Lance Reddick.
No, that's not what I'm thinking about. Then hold on a second. Let me get on my phone. Um, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of, I'm thinking of that guy that was also like he was like the face of Far Cry. He was in Mandalorian. Is that the thing I'm thinking about, or maybe I'm thinking about somebody else? You know what I'm talking
Far
about?
Cry. I can't think of somebody who was in the Mandalorian and was also on Far Cry.
Bro, there's some. I didn't realize there was so many Resident Evil stuff. Okay, never mind. Oh, well, Lance Reddick, yeah, obviously him too. Yeah, actually, Lance Reddick, rest in peace. Yeah, it's him too. I was thinking about somebody else, but no, Lance Reddick, yeah, of course, from John Wick, and then he was the voice of. I know you never finished the
I
game.
did. I finished the game
Oh,
maybe
you
like
did
a week or two before he passed away.
the first one or the second one?
Just the first one. I haven't played the second one yet. It's not on PC yet.
I'm still working on the second one. The second one, like I love these games, but they're just so freaking long. And just so if for people who don't know what we're talking about Horizon. Horizon is a great game, but it just you, especially if you like doing all the side because they have so many side missions, just
Yeah,
like freaking Red Dead Redemption 2. I love it, but it was just so many side missions. The thing is, like when I play a game, I love doing all the side because I want to get like the whole freaking story. But then my problem is that once I get started, I get really bored easily, especially when it's just so
yeah.
freaking much.
So with her
Getting
Horizon, I didn't do all the side missions. After I beat that, I started playing Miles Morales game. I didn't do a lot of the
I'm,
side missions. I did a good amount because I wanted to get different suits unlocked, but I didn't do all of it.
I'm still trying to finish Miles because I finished the first Spider Man like when it first came out because it was just a great game in general. And then when I knew that Spider Man 2 was gonna come out, I was like, shit, let me get reacquainted. So I played. Spider-Man again, finished it, and now I'm on Miles Morales because I want to finish Miles Morales before I get into Spider-Man 2. Even though I know, sad to say, it was surprising that they didn't win no awards. They didn't even win Game of the Year, which I thought they were gonna win Game of the Year for with all
What
the reviews and everybody like praising them.
what's the one game that won the
It's
Dungeons
a
and
game I've
Dragons
never.
game?
Yeah, bro. Like,
It's a good game.
and
I haven't played it, but I've heard a lot of good things about it.
yeah, but come on, Spider-Man 2 is probably one of the most hyped games that we've been waiting on. Oh, I don't know if it's much as
Baldur's Gate.
EA's.
Baldur's Gate is the game. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Everybody was playing that, dude. People are still playing that. It's got a lot of
I've
replayability.
never heard of it. I guess it's my fault because honestly, I've been with life in general. I've been kind of lacking on the whole
The gaming front.
the gaming front. Like, there's just like because my problem is that once I get into a game, I need to freaking play it until I finish it. And then it's not just me finishing the game. I want to play every inch of that game, like every side mission, everything that I can get my hands on. If there's a trophy that I feel like I can get, I want to freaking play it until I get that damn trophy.
That might have been my problem with
Halo.
Arkham. With,
I was gonna say Halo.
I was terrible at finding the skulls in Halo, but I was always trying to find the Riddler trophies, and I would struggle so bad with like trying to get them. Like I would see them, but I couldn't get to it. I'm like, I can't figure out the riddle to figure out how to get to it. So I think that was the problem with the last one because I think a lot of the last one had to use the car to get to them, and I could not
Yes,
figure out how to use a Batmobile to unlock. I was like, I'm done with doing that, and that kind of like
I'm the, I'm the same way. I was the same way with Arkham Knight. And wait, what was it? It was Arkham Knight or Arkham City? It was Arkham Knight, right? Yeah, yeah, because they had a Red Hood. But anyway, yeah, no, I was the same. I was the same way. I wanted to get the Riddler because I got the Riddler in every game, and I'm like, bro, I cannot get the Riddler in this freaking game. But no, honestly, it got to the point. Some of them were so freaking tricky. I get it. I get it. So I ended up having to go to YouTube and just look at someone do it. So I'll be like, okay, that's how.
yeah,
Obviously,
duh.
I was just making sure that y'all knew how to do it. Yeah, no, no, I get it. No, I can't believe you didn't like Arkham Knight, bro. Arkham Knight was such a freaking great game, and the worst thing is, like, I feel so ashamed because, like, I love Batman. Like, I feel like every generation has their superhero, and I feel like Spider-Man has had the helm for a good while. Even now, with, like, they have Iron Man now being big, Hulk, Thor, but even from all that, Spider-Man still feels like the main superhero that, like, I'm gonna say it. Probably the last 15, 20 years, Spider-Man has been holding the helm ever since Tobey
I
Maguire.
it's the two of them. It's Batman or Spider Man because it's the stories between the behind the two. Batman, obviously, I mean, not that everybody can relate to him because he's super rich, but
Yeah.
because right, we're all rich. That's right. But
No, you
because
had a silver spoon.
but because he has the loss of his parents and that's what motivates him to be Batman in itself. And then Spider-Man's the plucky teenager who is a nerd, and everybody's a nerd, right? Like everybody can like put themselves in his shoes because he's like the underdog kind of dude, and then he gets these powers and all that, and he's a neighborhood superhero. Like that's the thing. Like, they're street level superheroes where it's just them fighting in their city, whereas like Iron Man's all over the place. That kind of stuff. I think that's what makes it easier for. But you think about it, Batman, amazing in the '90s with what's his name?
Michael Keaton. What's his name? Are you serious?
Michael Keaton. Sorry, I've had a couple beers.
And
My
then-
bad.
and if you want to be
And Val Kilmer.
be accurate, it was
Oh, sorry,
by the way,
I got the name right.
I know we said Val Kilmer. I don't want to say anything negative because I know that guy is going through a lot of medical issues. But I'm sorry, Val Kilmer and George Clooney are not Batman. Michael Keaton is Batman.
No, Michael Keaton is Batman, but George
Oh,
Clooney with the nipple suit.
he
Just saying.
no.
I like those movies just
Like,
because of all the villains, like freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
oh, he was
Uh,
horrible, man.
but
Come on.
it was so bad that it was good. What's her name?
Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman. Like it's so cheesy and but like it's my childhood.
And it's my childhood too. Like I tell you, like you know, like my nephews that were born in like the early 2000s, and even my son now, who's only 2 years old, they love Spider Man.
Oh
Like
yeah,
Disney Plus shoves Spider Man down these kids' throats. Yeah,
he's got like
they got
17
they.
shows on there.
Oh my
So many
god,
comic
bro!
shows or cartoon shows on there.
But what about my boy Batman? I grew up. I didn't grow up on Spider Man. I grew up on Batman.
Damn, the
Batman
Batman animated
was
series. Oh my god, dude.
everything, bro. Dude, it was like, come on, man. Batman was the OG hero for me, not Spider Man. Like no dog to Spider. I love Spider Man. And if you want to talk about Spider Man, that's a whole different topic because I have my opinions on who was the best Spider Man, but Batman Batman was my hero. Like I love I love the Michael Keaton. I grew up watching the Michael Keaton Batmans. The Val Kilmer and the George Clooney Batman. I liked it as a kid because it was Batman, but as an adult, when I watch it now, I'm watching it more of a nostalgia because it
Exactly.
reminds me of when I was a kid.
Exactly.
Batman is my hero, but Spider Man, Andrew Garfield is the better Spider Man. Say what you want to say. I don't care. I stand by what I say.
I think he's the better Spider-Man, but I but the movies did him no favors.
I don't know what you're talking about because and that's the worst thing is I loved his movies. It was like, especially the first one. It was dark. It was gritty. It was like, okay, Tobey Maguire's first Spider-Man role, Spider-Man One, the original Spider-Man movie. He lost his uncle. He had this much, this much time of him grieving and looking for the killer of his uncle that who he loved and stuff. And then you know then you had Norman Osborn, Green Goblin, come in and then put him back to reality. Andrew Garfield, that whole movie was dark. That whole movie was dark. He like you knew that like that guy's life was depressing from like part one and two, bro. He lost Uncle Ben. He lost Gwen Stacy. Like, bro, that guy could not catch a break.
And then what?
And then came, Tom Holland. It came Tom
The,
Holland and Zendaya and
the thing with superhero movies is that you've got to like if you're gonna go that route of dark and at the they're at their worst point in their life, you have to see them rise from that and have something good happen or some good come from it. And he didn't get a chance to have that. That's not his fault.
that's
Doesn't
not
mean
his
he's
fault. That
doesn't mean he's a bad actor. He didn't do a good job acting in those movies, but he's missing that
they,
third
w-
movie.
but the thing is, like, yeah, that third movie would have brought up because then that's when the MJ would have came in, which they already had MJ. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they had lined up for MJ. I gotta check the facts, but I believe it was the girl from the Divergent series. I don't know if you could look it up. Hey, give me one
Dakota
second.
Johnson, I think.
Oh
No,
no.
I think I know who you're talking about. Because Divergent's like the other one that's supposed to be like Hunger
The
Games, right?
finishing. Yeah, yeah. Give me one second. Give me one second.
Shailene Woodley, that's her name.
Man, so he just left me by myself here. Hey, so I've, like I mentioned earlier, I have no idea who's. I can never tell who's actually watching, who's not. But for everyone who has watched, hey, we really do appreciate. Oh yeah, he's back. Look at that.
Look at me.
I was just saying that hey, for I'm not good at figuring out who's watching or who's not. All I can say is for anyone who watches now or who ends up even watching a portion of our segment, hey, we really appreciate it. It's this is going to be the first of many segments. Um, we'll probably end it up in about 20 minutes, but thanks to everyone, and let's continue talking. So, how do
Yeah, you're
you?
you're right. It was Shailene Woodley. She
It was
was she was
signed up.
like, yeah, she was signed up for it. I guess she had a cameo in the last one, but
Exactly. Yeah.
they didn't really like make it a big thing. Like it wasn't like obvious that she was MJ. It was just like they kind of alluded to it.
Oh my God! Did you hear about the story about Madam Web?
I have not. I just know I've seen some ads for it.
There were some. Oh my God! And it frustrates me. Like honestly, like
The Sony Spider-Man offshoot movies have been
I'm gonna
bad.
S- Sony. When you watch this segment,
Sony Sony HQ.
S- Sony HQ, when you watch this segment, I love you guys and I hate you guys at the same time. It's a love-hate relationship, man. Because like, you guys get me so excited for movies that you guys make, and I'm scared that I don't know if I'm gonna love it or I'm gonna hate it. But man, more in I was gonna say Morbius because Morbius. You're already shaking your head. You already know, bro. Morbius, bro.
I was
Bro,
so mad about that. Cause
you guys
I wasn't even gonna go see it in movies, and then like it ended up being like a date idea to go see it and hang out with people. And
You
I'm like,
took a date. You took your wife to go see Morbius.
well, it was like a double date. Like let's go out, let's have dinner, let's go to the movies, and that was the only thing that was like made sense for us to watch.
Oh, it was a
And I
double date.
with a double date.
Let me check. Hold on. Let me see if I got that invitation.
Yeah, check
Maybe,
your email.
maybe, maybe Maria got that invitation. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I was just mad the entire time that we watched it because it was already out for like a couple weeks, and it was like reported it was terrible. And we were like, oh well, we always watch Marvel movies. It's kind of Marvel universe, Spider Man, and all that. So let's at least check it out. It's the only thing really in theaters because they really like nailed the timing for that movie to come out because there was something else good around it. Like it wasn't like a Fast Furious movie around it. It wasn't anything that was good around it. It's like people were
It's
just gonna
sad
go
that
see
you
that.
mentioned. It's sad you mentioned Fast and Furious because Fast and Furious is not good at
Right.
all.
It's also bad too, but at least it's worth it for the action scenes.
I
This
guess,
was terrible.
dude, they catfished America on that Morbius. Do you remember the commercials they were
Yeah, it looked
showing?
good.
Like, no, no, but in the commercial they even showed that Spider Man was gonna was gonna be in it. Dude, they catfished the hell out of us.
Yep.
I didn't. They didn't even mention him not one time. Great, they had Homeboy come out in the end credits.
Venom,
Vulture,
the Vulture.
but other than that, really. But besides Morbius, because that's rest in peace to Jared Leto's career because he's been he's got to step it up. He's got to step it up, man, or else do a comeback tour with freaking 30 seconds to Mars. But and if Jared Leto, you watch this later, I'm sorry, huge fan. But man, so Madam Web, it's already been reported. It's official. It's official. Andrew Garfield was supposed to show up and be the main Spider-Man in Madam Web.
But then they don't want to pay him.
No, 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 no. No, they were just trying to figure out the whole storyline. And then they were like, you know something? Screw it, because they already from I think if from what I read in the report was that they actually had scenes already shot with Andrew Garfield, but then they scrapped it, and then they were gonna go, no, let's keep it with the MCU. Let's get Tom Holland in there, and then that got scrapped. I don't know if they filmed anything with Tom Holland. I think it was just talked and they had things written. And then they said, screw this. We're getting rid of the storyline. And then they were like, you know something? We're just gonna make this story being, I think, in 1993 after Tom Holland was born. So it had nothing to do with the past Spider-Mans. Madam Web's gonna be a great movie, by the way.
I, I,
I
I
don't know.
doubt it. I
I
doubt
really
it.
hope so. I really hope so. Just because it does have some great actor. It has great actresses. I do like Dakota Johnson. Besides the 50 Shades of Grey, where it was just basically her naked getting pounded in different ways and being a mistress for a while. They have freaking from Euphoria. Oh, what's the blonde chick's name?
It's that
S-
show.
Huh?
I haven't watched that show.
She's like she's the most popular one besides Zendaya, female wise from that show.
Right, but I haven't watched the show, so I don't know who's in the
Well,
show.
for America, who's watching? You know who I'm talking about. She's
So
she's one of the
who's the lead? Like who
well,
is?
obviously Dakota Johnson because Madam Web is the one that is can foresee the future of all the. I think she has some type of connection with the whole like spider universe. She can know what's going on in basically in all the multiverse or something. In theory, she should play a big part in the Spider-Man world, in the spider
Gotcha.
in the spider world. But the two main actresses is let's say oh my god, you're gonna make me mad.
Sorry, I
Ah,
haven't watched the show.
Madam Web. Sydney Sweeney. All right, you should
Oh,
look her
okay.
up.
I know who that is.
She's besides Zendaya, she's probably the most popular actress in Euphoria, and she has this new movie, this like rom com movie coming out, or it already has came out. And then para mis peruanos, Isabella Merced. She she's she played Dora in Dora the Explorer.
Oh, in the actual Dora movie.
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of know who that is. I've seen her face before.
Besides that, she was also in Transformers. She was in this movie with Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, and Mark Wahlberg. I'm sorry, forgive me.
No, Marky Mark is cool.
Okay, but anyway, she's also one of the Spider people, the Spider Girls in the movie.
Okay.
So, like I said, they have a really good cast. They really have a good cast. By the way, para mis peruanos, um, Isabella is also playing in the DCU with James Gunn. She has the role also as Hot Girl. So I'm pretty excited about that as well. Para mis
I'm
peruanos.
not a huge fan of people being in both universes, to be honest. Just me
For the most
personally.
part, for the most part, a lot of these actresses are in both worlds at one point in their careers.
No, I know. I'm just I prefer if they were just in one, but
You want to make,
no, I'm
we
not.
could
No,
we could write a strongly worded letter to both the Marvel Studios and the DC universe.
they're just out there getting money. Not a big deal.
Wouldn't you?
No, I would too. I'm not. That's why I'm not hating on the people cashing them because obviously they're good actors, and I'm not mad at them for taking the money to do the act thing. But like it kind of like breaks
All right, so you
it
tell
for
me,
me.
and I think this is probably the most important question anybody has ever asked you in your life.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Anything like think of the most important question that you've ever been asked in your life. This is gonna be times 10.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
If you were one of the Marvel characters or DC characters, who would you be?
Batman is easy.
Okay, let's be serious. All right, so if you were one of the Marvel characters or the DC characters, who would you be?
I feel like I answered that question already. Did I not answer it properly?
Honestly, I think I have like a mic issue or a headphone issue.
You want to be like a realistic answer? Like, who could I be?
If
How
you
like am I the actor or am I like the actual person in the like timeline?
the actual person. If you think you're Batman, that's fine. Like I can see you as like Doctor Freeze. or Mr. Freeze. I'm sorry, Mr. Freeze.
So your question is actually, who do I see
I'm
that
messing.
I could be?
I'm messing. I'm
Honestly,
messing with you.
I could be Ned from Spider-Man,
Who the hell is Ned?
the best friend, bro.
Ned from Oh no, bro. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I can see. I can see you as the Hulk.
that could work too. That could work too.
You got you have the muscles.
I would show him right now, but I don't want to get banned. You know,
Oh no, of course,
you
of
can't have
course.
guns on your streams.
Definitely not. Who's your favorite character?
From what?
Well, let's do Marvel first. Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite from Marvel, and who's your favorite from
My
DC?
favorite actor or my favorite
Character.
character?
No. Not actor. Just character in general, like from the comics before the actors took over.
Oh, I
Could
didn't.
even be somebody.
You're about to hear something crazy come out of my mouth. I didn't read the
I'm like,
comics.
if it makes you even crazier, I haven't either. I have a shitload of comics. I've never read them. Most of my comic knowledge is stuff that I just read online
Yeah.
to, if there's a character that I really, really like, I just start Googling them, researching them, and learning everything about them.
My favorite, not from the movies. It has to come from the movies. I've only watched movies. I read a
Okay.
little bit here and there, especially after Endgame. Not after Endgame. What's the one before that? What's the
Um,
Avengers movie before that? Infinity
Infinity War.
War. After Infinity War, I read a lot about the different villains,
All right. So
superheroes. Like
okay? So who's your favorite character from Marvel? Villains or superheroes? Doesn't matter.
my favorite. Wow, I don't know if I can answer that. There's so
For
many.
me,
There's so many fucking good. Like I have all of. You can't see them all, but there's a
I
little
can
bit
see
of
all of them
a
actually.
little bit of Batman right here, and then there's just Marvel and Marvel. You can't. My camera doesn't show all
Is
of
that
them.
the
It's
Power Rangers in the bottom? Is that the? Oh no.
no.
I
There,
thought
I
I,
have them.
I thought that was the White Ranger right there.
Oh, I don't know what my
No,
camera
no,
is.
no. Oh, look at that.
I have the white, green, even though they're the same person, and I have red and pink.
Rest in peace, Tommy.
Favorite Marvel. How about you answer and let me think. Who's your favorite Marvel character?
Ooh, I see a Marvel. Well, first off, Salu. Uh, Marvel character. That's tough.
It's tough because there's so many of them. So that's why I was like, I can go actor, but I can't. I can't pick a favorite.
And it's hard to be actor because, like, for an example,
No, it's
if I
easy.
want to say
Character.
actor,
Actor's easy.
really for you,
Yeah.
because I would say Chris Evans, but I liked him in obviously as Captain America. I liked him as when he was the flaming torch. I liked him in The Losers. So it's
Oh no,
like
but I mean actor just in within like who played their Marvel character the best.
I can name it, and I hope that you and me have the same person. If we're talking about actor and character at the same time, I'll
Right.
say it
The
and you.
actor that played their character the best.
I'm gonna say Deadpool. I changed your mind.
You did. You really did. Because he nailed it.
He well,
I'm so excited for 3. Can we see 3 together? We haven't seen a movie together in forever.
you haven't.
It's been a while.
I'm down. Yeah, fuck yeah. Deadpool 3 would definitely be the movie for us to watch together. Who are you gonna say, Hugh?
Oh no, RDJ.
Well,
He
come on,
killed it,
bro.
dude.
Like,
He
of
killed it.
course, bro. Of course he did, bro. Like that role was literally meant for him. Like I know people were saying Tom Cruise, but like I look at Tom Cruise, and maybe I need to see him in the role to see it. But I think that freaking Robbie, he likes to be called Robbie. You know, he just has that swagger. That really brings out that Tony Stark. That
Right.
cocky motherfucking look.
I I think he could. I think Tom Cruise could nail the cocky swagger of it. I don't think. I haven't watched a lot of Tom Cruise movies, but I don't think he has the comedic timing to nail it like
I can't even
RDJ.
think of. I
I
can't even
can't.
think of. Well, what comedy has Tom Cruise ever done a comedy?
Oh well, what's the
Well,
one?
oh,
What's the one?
Tropic Thunder, I guess.
Well, there's that, yeah. But then what's the one with the agent? Well, QB Gooden Jr. It's kind of funny in
Is that
that,
really? But is that really a comedy? Like, but like I love Jerry Maguire,
right?
but
He,
I don't know.
I don't really
I see
see.
that more as a jump.
Yeah, I don't see him funny in that.
And
I
the
just
thing is,
watched Top
like
Gun, the new one. He was like,
well, that's not comedy.
no, it's not comedy, but like he has some funny ish
Tom
kind of.
Cruise, but besides his whole Scientology thing that he has going on in his life, as an actor, bro, he is
Yeah,
solid.
yeah, he kills it, and he does his own fucking stunts. Like major props to him for doing that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, dude, the guy is a beast. The
Yeah,
guy is a beast. I don't know how old he is, but he is a beast.
but him
But
as Iron Man, like if they couldn't get Johnny Jr., cool, but that was the one.
well, they could have gone because that guy at that time he needed work. He had all that
Right,
drug
right, right.
issues with him and stuff. But no, honestly, like if it was the Marvel now and they wanted to bring Iron Man into the realm of the Marvel universe, like let's say if Marvel has been established, but they never brought Iron Man into the play, but now they want to bring him, I don't ever see them bringing in somebody like Robert Downey Jr. because of his history. Like at that
Right,
time when Marvel,
they're playing it safe. Like that at that point, they needed him because they
no,
were
no,
trying to start
I
it
think
up.
no, I think they needed the cheapest person because the reason because they did offer it to Tom Cruise, but Tom Cruise wanted Tom Cruise money, and they didn't have Tom Cruise money at that time.
Now they do,
Eh,
but
They
now
have
they do.
RD. They had RDJ money, and RDJ, he hasn't made a big movie in years. He has maybe small roles. No, 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 no. It's been a while. He's had big roles. He had the Chaplin movie, but he had small roles like in Zodiac in the Zodiac movie and that one movie, Charlie Barton. I think that's the name. Rest in peace to the main actor. I forgot his name. The guy, the kid that was in Star Trek. By the way, have you never
did
seen that movie?
I haven't? I'm not a big
Great
Star
movie.
Trek guy.
No, 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 not Star Trek. Charlie Bartnett. I can't think of the name. Robert Downey Jr. was in that movie with that one kid from Star Trek, and then Cat Cat Denny, the chick from that was
From
also
the
in the
Thor
Thor movie.
movies. Yeah. What about her?
Yeah, yeah, she's in that movie too. Great freaking movie. It's basically. Have you ever seen that show on Netflix, Sex Education? Oh,
I think I might have watched an episode or two of that.
this show is called Entertainment on Tap.
We watch different stuff, dude.
All right, let's talk about wrestling again.
No, I'm looking up now. I can't remember because for me, like when you said Robert Downey Jr. wasn't in a lot of big movies, I can't remember if Iron Man was before or after Sherlock
No,
Holmes, which I think
oh no, no,
was really big.
that was after. That was
That
after.
was
That
after.
was after. That was after. Iron Man probably allowed him to get roles like that because the Sherlock Holmes movie, great freaking movie.
I
But the
love
thing
those
is,
movies.
I'm a sucker for like mystery solving movies, like Da Vinci Code kind of movies. I love those kind of movies because I feel like I want to figure it out before they figure it out in the movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, no, I love those kind of movies. But no, yeah, I think like his worst movie that he made, during and after the Marvel time was probably the Doctor Doolittle movie.
I didn't
I don't
watch
know if you
that.
ever.
I didn't even bother watching that.
It wasn't that good.
Yeah.
And like he made this serious movie, The Judge, which I personally really liked the movie. I thought it was great. It was a great movie, but it had really bad. Uh, I forgot.
Reviews
Yeah, it had
from
really
like
bad.
from fan reviews or from like
No,
critics.
no, from critics.
Yeah.
Critics. I don't care. Well,
Hmm.
actually, honestly, to be fair, I actually care more about fan reviews than anything because a lot of these critics they're very like there's been so many
like
there's been
gatekeeping.
so many issues. Like, yeah, if they're beefing with that actor, they're gonna talk shit about
Yeah.
that about the
What's
movie.
what's what's the Rotten Tomatoes user review? That's what I want to
Oh,
know.
fuck Rotten Tomato, bro. What is really you go off of Rotten Tomato?
Sometimes, yeah.
No, bro. Rotten Tomato has dude, their reviews. I stopped listening to Rotten Tomato. Their reviews are just
I don't
it's
look
not
at it like like when it first comes out, but after a couple like months or a year, if it's still getting bombed by the user review of Rotten Tomatoes, I'm not gonna watch it.
it's crazy. I actually now for most of my movie reviews before I actually watch it, I just kind of base it off what people say on TikTok on the movies because like for the at least it's like it's people legit. I've watched a couple movies of people that just recommended certain movies on TikTok. Just people talking about certain movies so many times. I'm like,
I
yeah,
watched the
these
show
people
off of TikTok. I watched The Rookie. I love that show. I
oh,
binge
that's
watched that
with
show. Nathan
is
Fillion.
that with no, I'm thinking about somebody else. I haven't seen it. Oh yeah. The cop show.
Yep.
I was like, pew pew pew.
And now we're banned. I saw like 2 or 3 clips and I was like, oh, this is funny. And I love him. I used to watch. I don't know if you ever watched Firefly and Serenity, but I loved that show slash movie. And I wish it never got canceled. Rip
Hey,
that.
I'm sorry to cut you off. You tell me, am I good to crack another one or no?
Yeah, we can do one more.
All right. I know I don't have a fancy mic like you. Tell me if you can hear my.
Oh yeah, go for it.
For
It's not
those
the
of
mic.
you,
It's that Discord has this. I think it's called Crisp with a K, and it takes out all those weird background sounds.
for those of you who are watching, which I think it's nobody, but I don't care. The sound that it made was.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that. Sugar. Good chow.
Ciao. Hey man, for anybody who actually, if anybody does listen to this after, honestly, I don't see anybody staying for 2 hours to listen to us talk about entertainment and stuff. But if anybody does, if they have a certain topic they want to talk about, by all means, message us, write us on the video. We'll look at it and we'll definitely talk about it. We, and until we start getting more views, we'll probably do it every 2 weeks, and then as time goes, we'll probably move it to weekly. But in the meantime, we'll probably redo 2 weeks. And
And
if you have a
this.
beer for, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I like where you're going. You go ahead.
No, I was saying if anybody has a beer for us that they recommend for us to taste, by all means, please let it be something good, because you know this video once again is sponsored by Voodoo Ranger. They're New Belgium Brewing in Fort Collins. I'm guessing Colorado. I don't know what CO is. I'm guessing that's Colorado.
Oh yeah, it is.
So Colorado, thank you for giving us Voodoo Ranger. When I asked my wife why she got me this beer, she said, I really like the art on the can. So that was the selling point. So thank you.
And that's funny because when I pick beer, sometimes I normally go off what the can has. And then when I went shopping for this, I was like, oh, I'm gonna find me a cool can so that way I can show the can off. I don't know if you remember. I told you this. I had a. It wasn't even a podcast. I don't know what the proper word is for it, but it was just a couple of us, and we would get different beers, and like we would literally just do like a beer review, and then just talk shit to each other. Um, but when I did that, my idea was, oh, get cool cans that you could talk about the beer, talk about the cans. And so I went this time looking to find something with cool cans, and I was like, I'm gonna go with this mango. But I was also gonna say, take this time to say, if you are watching this, please comment your favorite beers or any comments or any topics you want us to cover next time in 2 weeks, and please subscribe, and appreciate you watching.
So let's kind of get an idea. So for the ones that are going to be joining in on us, I'm thinking like, what's today? What day is it today? I don't even know what day it is.
22nd. Well, no, it's today's. Well, the stream was the 21st, but now we're into the 22nd.
So I'm thinking like, I feel like February 10th is so long.
That
No,
might
but I guess yeah, February 10th. That's
February
2 weeks.
10th.
It's about 2
That
weeks, right?
might not be a good night because I think that might be Super Bowl night. Let
No,
me.
it's February 11th. It's Super Bowl night.
Oh, it's good to Sunday. Sorry. Okay, that's a perfect night then.
Actually, yeah, it is a perfect night. Then I could talk shit about whoever's gonna be in the Super Bowl. All right. So for those of you who are wondering when the next showing, which I think, Whitey, can you confirm if for my eyes are correct? I feel like we have no viewers right now.
We have one, but that might just be you because you have the stream open. I think still.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So I can let myself know. Our next show it will be on February 10th. All right. So February 10th, mark it on your calendars because we will be there February 10th, and we're gonna talk about the Super Bowl. Who knows if it gets too wild, we might even do one on the February 11th while the football is streaming. We'll talk shit about the players playing that game. Oh my god, we should actually do that. Like every time they fumble, like, oh, you suck.
Hold the ball.
What would Madden do right now?
Ask Madden. Oh God.
Let's ask Madden what he would do. Oh man, that's great, dude. Oh, next one. Stay.
Good boy.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This beer, as much as it sucks, it tastes pretty good now.
Yeah, because you've had a couple of them.
Bro, I'm on my fourth can.
Forget what the APB is on.
Man, that tastes like man, that's apple juice. By the way, you like
Oh,
my little
7.
Rexy? Look at him. I got the big one, but this one, look at him. Man. He's just there to make sure, like if things get a little bit rough, he'll hop in and do whatever he has to do.
Speaking of dinosaurs, did you watch the new Godzilla?
We're talking about -1. Oh shit, -1.
The one that just came out like 2 months ago, whatever.
Yeah, -1,
Was it as good as people say it was? Yeah,
bro.
I gotta watch it.
Bro, the movie was great. No, man, that movie, honestly, like I really wanted to watch it because I do love Godzilla. You know, I watched some of the original Godzillas from like the Japan version, and they were like, whatever. I'm probably one of the few that actually like the '90s Godzilla, the U.S. '90s Godzilla. I, I liked it, and we could talk about actually that too in a minute. But I do like the newer Godzilla. I do agree with a lot of people that say that what's that actress? The one that's also in Stranger Things?
Millie Bobby
Brown, I
Brown.
think. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That they basically were kind of like shoving her in the movie just because of her popularity from Stranger Things. But besides that, because her role that wasn't really needed in the movie, in the
Gotcha.
last one. Honestly, I wish they would have kept Homeboy in it. The guy oh the guy from Kick Ass, and he's now being Craven the Hunter.
Oh, Aaron Johnson or whatever. I think something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yes.
I wish they would have kept him in the movies. Like I liked him in the first one. I wish they would have kept him as one of the main actors
Yeah.
within the
He's good.
movie. But they kept Emily
What?
something- Brown, the girl from Stranger Things.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, stick to one name.
Too
Be
many of
like
them.
Seal. Be like Seal. Make it easy for America to call you.
I didn't
See,
even know she was in the movie.
If I say Seal, people know who I'm talking about. The
That's
guy that
true.
looked like the guy that he has a bunch of he has a messed up face, but he has a very angelic voice.
Oh, Rebecca Hall's in that movie. That's pretty cool.
For
She
which
was
one?
in Godzilla. She was in the last Iron Man movie. She
For
was
which Godzilla? -1 or the
no
new
minus
Godzilla?
minus one.
Mm. But the -1, bro, and like the budget they had to make that movie compared to what the U.S. spends to make this last Godzilla movie. Honestly, I feel well. It's not that I feel. I know that most of the budget that goes into these movies is for the actors.
Right.
You know, so like the budget that they went for this Godzilla -1 actually went towards the movie. You could tell. Like it had some of the like Japanese like look of the Godzilla, but they went all out on the special effects. Like if there was a movie that they needed to like literally go all out on, this was it. So minus one, great movie. It was. It really brought that. I don't want to say horror because it wasn't really horror. It was more of that like, fuck. Godzilla is not that nice, friendly Godzilla that America has made him out to be. Like he will f you up.
But I was saying
And he
Rebecca Hall,
and
she's in the next one coming out this year, the next Godzilla movie.
sweet.
That's why you don't know who I'm talking about.
Oh my god, let me look who Rebecca Hall is.
She's the other scientist from Iron Man 3, and she's like Tony Stark's friend from way back in the day, and then she betrays him, and then she dies. Spoiler alert.
He was in the minus one.
No, she's in the
I think.
next Godzilla coming out this year.
Oh, the one with Kong, the American version. Man, I
Yeah,
think you're talking about the minus one. 'Cause Rebecca Hall, bro.
I
Everybody in that movie.
I googled the
I
wrong movie.
misunderstood you then.
No, I googled the
Huh?
wrong movie. I googled the wrong
Yeah.
movie.
Okay. Okay. See, I misunderstood you because, like, bro, everybody in that movie, I'm pretty sure there was no American, no Hispanic, no white people. Like, it was straight, an Asian based movie.
So was Millie Bobby Brown in this Asian-based movie?
No,
Oh,
no, because it didn't have Millie Bobby Brown money.
which one
That
is she
money
in?
went
She's in
to.
the one before that.
She was in the
The last
Godzilla,
versus
King of
Kong.
Monsters. She
Uh,
was in King of Monsters yeah, Godzilla versus Kong.
oh
But
yeah,
no, but
Rebecca Hall's in that one too. She's a Doctor Eileen something.
to be honest, like I just looked her up. I know who you're talking about. She wasn't really that memorable in the Iron Man 3 movie. Honestly, since they took off was it John Favreau, right? That was the director for the first Iron Man in 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Since they took him off for director for Iron Man 3, it was like I think I love the one obviously. I don't think there's not one person that doesn't like Iron Man 1.
right.
Even like I have a brother who hates superhero movies, and he actually liked uh the Iron Man 1. I liked Iron Man 2. Iron Man 3 I think was the weakest one, even though I feel like it had the potential to be one of like a big movie,
Right.
and I felt kind of like it felt short, especially like now that they brought they call what was the villain supposedly name in the Iron Man 3? It was come on man, work with me.
I just remember him getting hot and all that. I don't remember what
Oh my
his
god.
villain name was.
The the Iron Man 3. I can't, it's horrible. I can't think of the name. The Mandarin. The Mandarin.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
so how they talked that it was the Mandarin, but basically the Mandarin ended up being the villain for Shang-Chi, and that the Mandarin was basically it was the whole comic relief that was kind of oh shit.
You need to get some sandbags for your mic stand.
Dude, seriously, bro, this keep like just falling. Like it. Hello,
I'm
can you hear me?
about to hang up on you right now. End the stream.
Is it me you're looking? Yeah.
And now we're back.
Anyway, now we're back. Man, thank you, Voodoo Ranger. Man, but yeah, yeah. Iron Man 3 was probably like the weakest one for me,
Right. Yeah.
even though
It just didn't hit. Just didn't hit.
not like part 1 and 2. Part 1 is like it hit home, but yeah, I, I mother. See, I need something fancy like you. See, like, dude, the silver spoon, bro. The silver spoon. Okay, you didn't have a spigot. You know, you didn't have that nip on the side of your house where water came out. I did. I had two actually.
Oh, look at you.
You know, I didn't have a fire hydrant that I could take out that purified water. Where's it from? From Lake Minnetonka.
Oh Lord,
God, I love Chappelle, bro.
classics.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I think if it's yes, are we good?
Time will tell.
All right. I'm telling you, if Dave Chappelle, if Dave Chappelle, at least for one more season, like because that last season, you know, he left, you know, obviously because you know he went back to Africa and you know he got swole and fought lions and stuff. You know, if he can do one more season, just to like give the true fans like what they want. If they could do just one more season of Chappelle show where he had literally free reign, he can do whatever he wants. Nobody will say shit to him, bro. Come
And
on.
that would be cool, but that doesn't exist
Of course it doesn't
in
exist.
this timeline. That's
Of
that's
course.
long gone. Those
Of course.
the ability to make those kind of jokes in this day and age is not happening.
Why not? He literally does it in his stand up. Did you watch his last dude? His last stand up that just came out on Netflix was dude, and I was dying. He literally said, you know, I'm gonna stop making fun of of the trans. I'm gonna start making fun of the handicapped people. He does not care.
No, I know he doesn't care, but I think a comedy special is different from a show. Like comedy special, the only people that are gonna
But
watch it are people that are gonna watch him. A show to put on TV or something like that.
no. But it doesn't have to be on a network.
Right. If it was like Amazon Prime or something like that,
No, no,
I could
fuck
see it working.
Amazon Prime. He has a relationship with Netflix. He could do whatever the fuck he wants with Netflix. Netflix backed him up after his last segment, which was it like broken sticks, scattered something sticks, where he went on like he just kept attacking the trans community, especially after his friend who was a trans who got who ended up you know outing himself or herself, whatever, from you know being bullied, you know, and people were like in the audience or like not audience but like people of you know people that was against his show went to Netflix to complain about it and wanted to cancel him. Netflix had his back.
I don't know. I just don't see that kind of stuff happening nowadays. Like they're gonna
Netflix has his back.
for a whole series is kind of different. You gotta think about it. Okay, but think about the budget of it. He does a comedy special. He's in arena, some cameras, all that, whatever. If he's doing the Chappelle show and having to like do sets and hire other actors and comedians and all that, that's when you start
The
going
only
into
bro they bring back Ashy Larry. Sadly, rest in peace.
RIP. Yeah, RIP Charlie Murphy.
RIP. They can't bring out you know Charlie Murphy anymore, but like you know like their cast wasn't big. Their
No, it wasn't
cast wasn't that big.
huge. It wasn't huge, but they did like think about the club scene. They had like a whole thing of extras.
I promise you, the extras don't
No,
get paid a lot.
they're not getting paid a lot, but I'm saying it's more than doing a comedy special where people are paying to go see the show and then just have
But
some cameras there.
but tell me right now, honestly, how many times would you watch that show?
Oh, if it was good, I would watch it.
Because like the comedy show, I watched it one time
Right, and
and I
you're
laughed
done.
my ass off. And then I might watch it again in a couple of like let's say next year if I want if like if I have people over and I just want something on the TV, I'll put on a comedy show. I'll either put on a fluffy show that's on Netflix or a Chappelle show
Right.
or a Chappelle stand up. But come on, how many times if you're bored in the house and you want something to laugh at, and you didn't want it to be a stand-up comedy? How many? I actually purchased all of the seasons for Chappelle Show. I put on Chappelle Show every once in a while just because it's hilarious,
Oh yeah,
bro.
it's funny as hell.
Yeah, bro. They have so many, dude. They have hits. They have the crabs, the no, no, not the crabs, the dice,
Okay,
the you know
the dice
you know what
games.
I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, the dice,
the player haters
the dice,
ball.
the player haters ball. They had when they made fun of Roots, freaking when he played when he made the presidential thing.
Oh, when he knocks the
Yeah,
water over. What's that?
exactly. No, no, no. It was like what do you think about the that we're in Iraq for oil, oil. Bitch, what you cooking? Slap and he runs away. Then you got the Mars, Mars, man. Red rocks.
No, there's a lot
The
of good stuff to go back to, but I don't know if they'll.
bro, our whole childhood was literally
Oh yeah, no,
sitting
I
with
loved
the
Chappelle
Martians.
Show. I love Chappelle Show. Don't get me
And
wrong.
the thing is, maybe this new generation may not want to hear a lot of the stuff that Chappelle has to say, but the new generation compared to the old generation would love to hear it because there's more old generation than there is new generation. And if the new generation was raised very good from the old generation, they would still want to hear a lot of what Chappelle has to say. There's so much. There's still so much stuff that he can say, especially with everything that's going on in society right now. Like
I wish we would have
if
just
you
paid the man, dude. Like, imagine more seasons of that show back in the day.
had,
Like, just
if
missed
I'm not
opportunity.
mistaken, I don't think it had to do with the money. It was the fact that they were trying to control his creativity because they promised him that he had once again he had free reign. He can do whatever he wanted, you know. But for the third season, they were like, "No, we want you to stick to this, and that." And he was like, "No," and they didn't want to budge. So what happened? I
Yeah,
guess the most logical thing was let's go to Africa.
yeah. I mean, if anybody's gonna do it, it's gonna be Netflix because they have been backing his specials and not censoring him.
Hey, I'm
And I'm
sorry,
sure he
bro.
can.
You got to give me a second, man. I'm sorry. This is the second time I got to go on a run. The faucet has been open and
There's
it's
no
been running.
stopping
So
it.
give me a second.
There's no
Stop it. Give
stopping
me a
it.
second, please. Can you talk about our sponsors?
Talk about our sponsors. We have Voodoo Ranger New Belgium beer unofficially sponsoring the podcast today. Um, he's obviously enjoying it, and it's going through him. I I'm liking this mango beer, but I don't know if I could drink this consistently. It's kind of like a one-off kind of deal. The hope though is that maybe I can find something that like supplants my favorite beers. Just kind of going out there and finding new, unique beers to us that we haven't had before. That'll be a fun time. But cheers, anybody who's enjoying this podcast. Like he was discussing earlier, we'll be here hopefully every other Saturday. We were supposed to be on last night, but YouTube has this weird 24-hour wait period before you can stream, and so we had to stream tonight. But every 2 weeks we'll be on talking about movies, I mean, sports, video games, TV, comedy, pop culture, and beer.
And America.
America, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Oh my god. I'm telling you. Yeah, this America Voodoo Ranger, good advertising, where as you said Voodoo Ranger and your mango drink, I just see the dollar signs. Like I don't know if you see on your screen, I see the dollar signs like
Cha-ching.
cha-ching, cha-ching. My god, go Bucks. You
Where are they
know.
going? On vacation?
Honestly, I feel like I should bet on the next game on the Bucks.
You mean next fall?
Sure. No, or the next game. Oh my god, bro. So I know I brought it up earlier. I still think it's hilarious. I keep reading like so. For those of you who don't know or have not done a podcast, honestly, I don't even know this is how people who do podcasts that they come up with an idea and they write stuff down. So this is the way we're doing it, and I'll be very open. We just basically write a bunch of ideas down, and we kind of just as time goes, you know, like half the stuff that we talked about today has nothing to do with what we wrote down. Some, excuse me, some has, some hasn't. But um, before this, you know, I mentioned it'd be great to talk about, and I think, and I read it, and I still think it's hilarious. Maybe you guys don't, I do. So, bro, do you remember Richard Simmons?
Exercise videos, getting people in shape. He'd be on all the like daily talk shows. Like what was that one? The Jenny Show or like Maury or like shows like that. He'd be on sometimes too. Oprah.
Bro, Richard Simmons. He's basically like the fitness. I'm not gonna say idol because I think that's too high up there for Richard
Guru.
Simmons. Sure, you know, let's give him a title. The fitness guru of what homeboy is, the painter. What's his name?
Bob Ross.
Yes, he's the Bob Ross of
Don't compare
fitness.
him to Bob Ross. Bob Ross is a national treasure.
So Richard Simmons is the Bob Ross of fitness.
That sentence has
Bro.
never been said before in history of time.
But now it is. All right. So, you know, so a Richie, when you watch this later, make sure you know that you are the Bob the what's his name? Bob
Bob
what?
Ross.
Bob Ross of fitness. Mothers loved you, grandmas loved you, young girls thought you were a creep. But from Richard Simmons, I guess, and honestly, I don't even think I don't even think there's a script to talk about Richard Simmons. I don't think anybody has taken that step yet. I don't know. I really don't know. But from what I do know, and it's been factual, so we fact checked this that Pauly Shore. So for those of you who don't know who Pauly Shore is, he was a very famous actor in the 80s and 90s from movies like The In-Laws, Class Act, um, one of the army movies. I want to say In the Army Now with
He was in that
Randy
Biosphere
Diggs,
movie. What was that one called?
Biosphere.
Yeah.
He was like honestly like if you heard at one point in the movie some guy with like curly hair say, "Buddy,"
It was him.
That was
That was
Pauly
Pauly
Shore.
Shore.
That was Pauly Shore. So Pauly Shore has made it a point that he wants to play Richard Simmons in a biopic. Now, once again, I have no idea, and it's my fault. Maybe I should have fact checked. White Senor W. Whitey, can you look on Google see if there's an actual script on a Richard Simmons biopic? Because the guy's not
Sure.
even dead yet. So usually biopics, besides the Rocket Man movie, they usually make biopics for people who are dead. But Richard Simmons, even though they do have a Bob Ross movie, but is Bob Ross even dead? I don't even know if Bob Ross is dead.
He is.
He is. Oh man, hey, rest in peace, Bob Ross. Is there a script for Richard Simmons,
I'm
or is
reading.
it
I'm
just
reading
Polly
here.
Shore?
1 second. So there's currently a movie called The Court Jester in which Shore plays Simmons. It's not a biopic. It's just a movie that somehow involves the character of Richard Simmons being played by Pauly Shore. It's a
But
short
Polly
film.
Shore. Okay, so it's not an actual film. It's just a short
Right.
film,
It's a
probably
short film
made.
that he's just
About,
playing that person, but he's not the main character. It's just he happens to be in it
and from
playing
that
him.
short film, he decided he wanted to play.
Right. The
Okay.
Simmons biopic is in development at Warner Brothers,
Warner brother.
or a subsidiary of Warner Brothers, Wolper Organization.
Okay, so it's basically not their main production company, so they're not gonna get the funding like they did for like Bohemian Rhapsody or Rocket Man.
Right.
So it's gonna be a lifetime movie. No, man. But
So it's
anyway,
just
so
it's just kind of up in the air. Like who knows if it's actually to get made or not? But
like I get like to be fair with Richard Simmons, he is an icon as
oh, for
far as
sure.
that, but not in the icon that like yeah man like this guy was the man. It was just more of an icon that everybody knows who the hell Richard Simmons, and because of his infomercials, his commercials, his
Like
workout
Flavor
videos.
Flav, just so popular because he was all over the place and everybody knows his name, but he's like it's infamous more than famous.
I was gonna he is to like man. I want to say this. I want to say what I want to say, but I can't even say because I don't even know what this guy's name is. And I want to ask you, but you're not gonna remember. You're not gonna know.
Zero
You
faith, no
have no.
confidence.
No, it's because you had no water spigot in your house. Give me a second. Hold on. All right. So Richard Simmons is basically what us Hispanics would consider Walter Mercado Salinas. For people who don't know who that guy is, he was basically on everybody's or Hispanic household TV during the 90s and early 2000s. He basically like if you he was on Univision and Telemundo. He's here. I'll pull up a picture and I'll put up on my phone and maybe you can put him on. You can bring him up, but
Oh, the fortune
maybe,
teller dude.
yeah.
Yeah, people know who that is.
So that's basically who Richard Simmons. Oh, hello. So that's who Richard Simmons is for Hispanic people. He's just that guy that people remember. Even though this guy actually has a tragic story. He has a Netflix series. Y'all should watch it. But it's pretty intense. He got screwed up. He got screwed over in his life. But Richard Simmons. So long story short, Pauly Shore wants to do a biopic movie about Richard Simmons' life. Pauly Shore. Pauly Shore hasn't been on the big screen in years, decades. Safely, I think safely I can say decades, right?
I don't remember the
Yeah.
last time I seen him in a movie.
Okay. So we'll safely say decades. So he wants to be in a biopic. And honestly, if they ever do Richard Simmons movie and if they do get Pauly Shore the opportunity to represent him, I feel that would actually bring his career up. He'll have more opportunities to do movies. But until then, no. So he made that very clear that he wants to make a movie. He even went as far as asking Richard Simmons for the permission for him to do a biopic with Richard Simmons. And Richard Simmons, once again, Richard Simmons being also not that popular, said no. I
Yeah,
still think that's hilarious. Like one of the most unpopular guys in the world, like Bob Ross is higher than Richard Simmons. They like you have an actor, whether he's a high time actor or not, wants to do a movie about you, and you still deny him because he's Pauly Shore. I think that's hilarious. Feel bad for Pauly Shore. I
yeah.
hope.
He hasn't been in much stuff, and usually it's voice acting or he's playing himself. Like he's just himself in a movie, like making a cameo kind of deal.
Have you? Are you looking at his IMDb? IMBD.
I prefer Wikipedia filmography. It's just cleaner. I hate IMDb's website. It's nasty.
What?
Yeah,
You're crazy. Honestly, I think if somebody's gonna play Richard Simmons, if he can cut down on the testosterone and whatever drug he's using to make himself bulky. I think Carrot Top should play Richard Simmons. Carrot Top looks more like Richard Simmons than Polly Shore.
Then he had to dye his hair, and you don't
What
dye.
are you talking about? Richard Simmons has red hair, doesn't he?
No, this was more like a brown kind of color. Carrot Top
Yeah,
is like fucking orange, dude. Like that's two different colors: bright orange versus like
yeah, but
kind of redhead.
look up Carrot Top right now. He's old now, so is it
No,
still
he's
corny?
old. He's old and he's huge. Last time I saw him on anything, he was jacked, but like badly jacked, where like it was obvious that he had like surgery and stuff done too. I don't
Yeah,
want to. I don't want to see them
allegedly,
allegedly. I
allegedly.
don't want to see Carrot Top in anything. I don't want to see a Polly Shore or I don't want to see Polly Shore in anything. I don't want to see a Richard Simmons biopic. I don't want to see. I'm tired of people just making stuff to make stuff. This is the one thing I have, like the one problem I have with like entertainment right now. People are just making anything to make anything. It's like no, just make good stuff. That's make decent
Do you ever
stuff.
do you ever wonder why? Like, I know how Pauly Shore became famous because honestly, like Pauly Shore has a bangers.
Oh yeah,
Like he
I
has
love
really great movies.
one of my favorite movies. He's in kind of. He's voicing, but he's in the Goofy movies. I love the Goofy movies.
Oh, yeah, man. Cheese, the cheese
Cheese
guy.
Whiz, yeah,
Cheese was,
awesome.
yeah, no, yeah, yeah, great.
But
Besides the animated stuff, no, bro. Like he
oh
has a lot of great movies.
yeah,
Once again, Class Act, one of my all-time favorite Kid and Play movies. He was in Encino Man with Brendan Fraser and the guy from The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings. Love that movie. The In-Laws, which is also an underrated great comedy movie. Like he has Biodome. I wasn't a big fan of Biodome.
I
I'll be
liked
honest.
it. That's one of my like. It's not a good movie, but I enjoyed it when I was a kid.
To each his own, I guess. I wasn't a big fan of Biodome, but other than that, like I said, he does have a good portfolio on during his early stages. But then it's like Chris Kattan. I thought Chris Kattan was going to be a bigger actor. Do you know who Chris Kattan is?
Yeah, SNL, Nights at the Roxbury.
High five, bro. I thought Chris Kattan was going to be a bigger actor than obviously what he is right now. But honestly, and I'll stick to this. I think his biggest downfall was making the Night of the Roxbury movie because why,
Because Will Ferrell outshined him, and then Will Ferrell skyrocketed, and Chris Kattan, pew.
bro? Like great. Like honestly, Night of the Roxbury is probably one of my all-time favorite comedy movies of
It's so
like
good.
ever.
It's so good.
Like I literally watched it a few days ago, and I was still laughing at everything that happened throughout the movie. There was not one time that I could not say, "Yeah, this whatever." No, no, that movie was hilarious from start to finish. But the main lines that were hilarious came from Will Ferrell, or even not even Will Ferrell, other like the side actors that was not Chris Kattan. Chris Kattan had like little like little like quips here and there that were funny, but someone else said something else after his lines that was just you couldn't stop laughing. His movie that honestly that I feel would have been like the movie that honestly that I feel like it would have helped his career. Have you ever seen Corky Romano?
Yeah.
Bro, the only Chris Kattan movie that I can honestly say that I think is hilarious from start to finish. That movie is just so funny.
I haven't watched it in a while, but I remember liking it.
Bro. Bro, you had freaking Columbo in it, and then that one guy from Blue Streak, I forgot his name. I think he died also, honestly. Rest in peace. If he hasn't, then hey, keep on living. but, but no, bro. That movie, yeah. Honestly, that was actually another thing that I was gonna say. Actors that I wish, well, honestly, would be bigger than what they are right now. That I feel like there's so many actors out there that I've seen do either shows or movies that I wish they would be bigger, but they're not. Like I really wish they would be a lot bigger than what they are right now. Chris Kattan, I wish he would have, but like sad to say, I think he's just a little bit too late to his career to kind of explore other realms because he has to be in his 50s or 60s by now. So for him to start anything that's not comedy because that's what he was known for, it's just kind of weird.
He's
It's
actually
just too
kind of young. He's 53.
well, like I said, 50s or 60s. But come
For
on,
Hollywood, that's still young though.
really? No, it isn't. Hollywood young age. I think. Well, for males is different. For female is a lot
Right.
different. The female they expected to be younger, but for male wise, but regardless, if you've never done any serious roles, because come on, have you ever seen him do a serious role,
No,
or even heard of him doing a serious role?
no.
At 53 to be a serious role, and the thing is, he is not like, and it's not to say you got to be built. I show my body like I said I'm super built, honestly.
You got to be built. You got to be strong.
But like you gotta be built to do like a serious role. At least to have that persona. The guy looks scrawny and Chris Katanish, I guess you can.
Right.
It's sad.
I think that kind of hurt him too. Is that like Will Ferrell, like bigger dude? I mean, obviously he hasn't done anything like action to where like him being
Hey man, don't forget the other guys.
the other guys was, and he also was in semi-pro, which he showed his athletic prowess.
Of course. But no, no. But to be honest, he has shown his serious roles.
True.
Like he had the one where he was inside his mind.
Ranger in Fiction, no,
Yeah, Stranger the Fiction.
that's a really good
He
one.
had the one with Biggie's son. Um, Come on, man, work with me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. He had a movie with Biggie's son where he lost his job and he had everything in his from his house in his front lawn. Regardless, good movie.
Uh,
Everything something.
Everything Must Go.
Everything must go.
I forgot about the movie. That was so good.
It was a really good movie. Like I said, there's so many actors out there. Like I wish they would. It's not that I wish. I guess they just haven't had either they haven't had the opportunity or they had roles that maybe that didn't bring them to where they needed to be. Like one of there's two actors that I really like that I hope they can break through their typecasting. I guess the best way you can say. One is the actor from Arrow, Stephen Amell.
Mel, yeah, big wrestling fan by the way.
He is. He had that wrestling show
I
with
love that show. That was a good show.
I haven't seen it, but I heard great reviews, even though it got canceled.
It
Rest
was
in
really good
peace.
though. I know. It was
But
sad.
like I said, he is actually a really good actor. Like I know he has his brother, but sad to say, I think he is the better actor between him and his brother, kind of like Chris Hemsworth and I
Liam,
forget Liam, Liam,
Liam,
Liam, Liam,
Liam.
Liam
He's a
Hemsworth.
new Witcher too.
Oh yeah, which I think that's gonna flop. That's gonna flop really bad.
I mean, I hope it doesn't flop because that could be his breakout. But
It's gonna flop because everybody
everybody
doesn't love
wants, yeah,
yeah, Henry Cavill to continue on, but that's not gonna happen.
beast of a man.
You know, honestly, I feel like Liam has had a lot of opportunities to be in huge blockbusters, but it's just
Because he was in Divergent, right?
he was it that no he was in wasn't he in oh my god, what's the
Oh no,
one
he
with
was in what's it called? Um, Hunger Games. He was in the end of it.
yes
Oh, was he in
yes
the second? I think the second one he was in.
no he
Then
was in the first one
was he in
no
the first one?
no yeah he was in the
That's right.
yeah
I don't know why I thought the second one was when they introduced him as the boyfriend or whatever, but he's in all of them.
yeah no he's in all of them, but Like
His roles
seriously,
get smaller and smaller because he like
no,
not.
like he's had big roles. It just it didn't pan out the way it should have. Like he had when they were trying to bring back Independence Day Resurgence. I think that's what it's called. He was the main actor in it, but it just didn't end up panning out the way they planned it. Even those and honestly, I think I blame more in nostalgia because I love the original Independence Day,
Same.
but you know I really like the Resurgence, but I don't know I still can't tell. I watch it every now and then just to kind of like watch it because it is an entertaining movie. I can never tell if it's more of a like it's a really good movie or if it's more because of nostalgia. I see you like looking. What are you
I'm
looking at?
looking through his filmography, and I just don't see a lot. I never watched Resurgence. I don't know why I skipped that one. The Duel. I've never heard of this movie before. Oh, it's with what's his name? Woody
Adam
Harrelson.
Driver. The
The Duel.
Duel. No. The Duel. The Duel.
Liam Hemsworth, Woody Harrelson, Alice Braga.
Hey, um, well, I'm gonna have another one even if you don't.
Okay.
I'm just kind of enjoying the conversation we're having right now. At this point, honestly, I just enjoying the conversation because it's been a long time since I could actually have a conversation about stuff like this.
The one thing about Liam Hemsworth is like his filmography is not. Oh, that was close.
I was just like, oh my lord.
I had a thought earlier. I was like, I should get a towel just in case. I historically, whenever I pour beer like on camera, it always spills on my fucking desk or something like that.
Well, once again, I want to thank our unofficial sponsor, Voodoo Ranger, for not allowing my beer to spill over my cup. So thank you for allowing us to serve our beer in the, once again, our unofficial sponsor, Beer Spa. Thank you again. They have a 4.5 or more higher review on Yelp. Not
Yeah,
bad.
he just hasn't been in much,
Liam,
especially of late.
Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah, Poker
And then
Face. I've never watched
he
Poker
hasn't.
Face. It's an Australian
We were
movie.
actually. Well, I wasn't. But Maria was actually watching that show a little bit right now. I was watching a little bit of it, but that movie. I mean, that show actually got a lot of awards. It's that one girl from Orange is the New Black and the original American Pie.
Oh, the curly redhead lady,
Yes, yes,
Natasha something.
yes. Correct.
Natasha Leggero. Nope, that's wrong.
Yes.
That's a somebody else.
Okay.
That's a comedian. Um, this is New Black. That was a good show.
It was a good show.
Hmm. Need a name. Need a name.
You really don't know who it is?
No, no, Natasha Lyonne. That's the name.
So who are you trying to think of?
No, I just had the wrong name. I forgot her last name. So what show is this?
Poker Face?
Poker Face. There's a movie called Poker Face. Is what I was talking about. It's an Australian movie though. That's what he was in.
Poker Face?
On
Poker
Peacock.
Face. Yes, it's on the cock.
The
Peacock.
cock.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think this is a successful first show.
Well, of course. Can I finish my beer before we finish?
Oh
I'll
yeah.
finish.
No, yeah, we're chilling. We're vibing. Um,
Yeah, I'll finish it. I'll finish it by 2 o'clock for sure.
we got through most of everything.
Oh no, we actually to be
Whoa, not
fair,
everything, but
we still had a lot of things that we needed to talk about. But it honestly for our first segment, honestly, it's all we honestly we planned between. I think we honestly like I said an hour, but mentally I was thinking like an hour and a half. But 2 hours, I think is pretty good.
we're almost on 3 hours, but it's okay.
No, it's not two. It's 11 to 12, 12.
It's 2 hours and 45 minutes exactly. Well, a little bit over right now.
Oh my god!
Time flies when you're having fun, bud.
Why'd you let me talk for so long?
Well, we started talking video games and all this kind of stuff. But it was
And
the important things that it flowed for the most part.
honestly, I'm just sad. And don't worry, for people who are listening, we'll get into the porn segment for the next time.
But
Next
what?
time, not the porn
You
segment. We can talk about
ah okay.
the upcoming actresses that are
Where
coming out.
where we rank our top 100 porn actresses.
Exactly. Not this segment. We'll leave it for the next one.
Right. Nailed it.
You know, the next one for sure. 100%. We'll bring it up.
And speaking on that, we really need to watch before we do the next show. We need to watch the Ted TV show because
Oh
I'm
no, no, no. Of course.
I'm seeing it all over the freaking place.
I do want. I honestly like.
Twitter, TikTok,
I wanted to watch it a little bit today,
same.
just to kind of see, just to kind of see how it is. But like, I've been getting nothing but positive reviews on the TED segment. Like everybody keeps saying that the TED show is just straight up hilarious.
Yeah, I was gonna try and fit it in today. I thought there was a bigger gap between the two football games, but I was just locked in football today. Um, but that's probably my plan tomorrow or Tuesday to watch a couple episodes of that because it's looks pretty good. I honestly haven't heard anything bad about it.
Yeah, I like it. I agree with that. I haven't heard anything bad about the TED show. If anything, I've heard more praises about it. That it was like because like honestly, like let's be honest. Anybody who hears like, hey, there's a TED show coming out, everybody's gonna think, oh, that's just a money grabber because obviously the first two were hilarious.
Right.
But no, no, it honestly was just funny. I want to see it. I've heard so many people talking about little side jokes. Like I'm gonna be part of the side jokes too. Because I haven't watched it yet. It's just like,
Yeah. I seen. Yeah,
oh,
have you seen like clips of it at least or no?
I don't want to.
You
Every
just want
time
to
it
watch
comes
it?
up,
Yeah.
I just scroll quick. And just, I don't even want to. I don't want to read the comments or anything because
You don't. You don't want to
I just
spoil it.
I don't. There's some stuff that honestly I don't care, and I would want to rather read about it or see it just to see what people say about it. But like, I'm a big fan of the first Ted. The first Ted is better than the second Ted. Let's be honest.
That's the thing about like just real quick. A lot of sequels just suck across all of everything.
Recently, I guess you can say. Let's say
I
recently.
feel like that from like the '90s on, like my whole life.
No, you can't say the '90s on because Terminator 2 came out in the '90s, and that was a lot better than the first Terminator.
About to make you mad.
If you really say that the first Terminator was better, then you are literally on your own. Like
I'm gonna make you
you're
even more upset.
that you hated both.
I don't care for either one. I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying that I've watched them and I can't remember a single thing about them outside of the fact that he's like a
He'll come back.
yeah,
He'll come back.
exactly.
Oh my god. Don't worry, we're gonna delete this part of the of this segment.
No, this is important. This is character building right here.
Yeah, it's character building where people are gonna be like, "Nah, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to hear this fake ass Puerto Rican talk about Terminator."
This is where they start hating me, and then they just watch it just because they hate me. They want to hear my
This is
terrible
this is
takes.
this is why people in Manhattan don't like you.
That's probably true. But yeah, I mean, for me, a lot of sequels like, and it's weird because I say that, and then I watch every single MCU movie, and they're all basically a sequel of each other in some way. They all build on each other.
Exactly.
But
So,
like,
what really is a sequel?
I don't know, like Cars Two. Cars Two is terrible, right?
Oh, no, Cars 2 was horrible.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2 is better than Toy Story 1.
Yeah, but that's different though. I wouldn't say
You just
better.
said Cars. It's Pixar.
I wouldn't say better.
No, Toy Story 2 is a million times better than the original Toy Story. Like I love Toy Story 1, but Toy Story 2 outshines
What's the
outshines it
best
by
Toy Story though? Is Toy Story Two the best one?
God, honestly, no. Like I don't know. Honestly, critics would probably say that Toy Story 2 is better than all of them. I think Toy Story 3 is the best one.
Oh,
Toy
so
Story 4, Toy Story
lots.
4 wasn't really needed, but they did it, and I didn't hate it. I really liked it. It wasn't needed. It was more of a no. I'm sorry. I can't justify it. I just liked it. I really did like it a lot. It wasn't needed. Does that make sense? I don't even know where I'm going with it. I just know that I just know that like I really like Toy Story 4, but it wasn't needed in this in the realm of the story. And now they got Toy Story 5 coming out.
I
And
don't know.
honestly,
I think three is the best one.
thank you. I just said that. I think Toy Story 3, bro.
No, you were saying Toy Story 2 is better than Toy Story 1.
No, what are you talking about? I just said, in my opinion, I
Right.
just said critics will say Toy Story 2 was the better one, but in my opinion, I think I love Toy Story 3 better than any of them.
Yes,
And honestly,
I think the only reason Toy Story 2 is so popular is because they had so many different toys and they're like they put Barbie and Ken in there, which is like iconic toys. I think 3 is the better
maybe
one. But I think it
no,
goes 3,
no,
1,
no,
2.
no, you're wrong. Ken was in 3.
No.
Yes, Ken wasn't in 2. Barbie was in 2,
Ah, okay.
but Ken was in 3.
Sorry. Sorry, I got my Ken wrong. Have you watched the new Barbie movie?
I'm just Ken. Anywhere else I'd be a 10. Bro, come on,
So
man.
should I watch it?
No, I haven't seen the movie yet.
Oh, you just listened to the song.
No, of course I watched it. I honestly, dude, that movie. Like, I really do like the movie. It aggravated me in the beginning because like my daughter is in this phase where she really does like Barbie.
Okay.
So I'm like, bro, I say she loves Barbie. She has I think like 3 or 4 Barbie dolls. So she like when she remembers. Are you gonna pour at least a little bit?
No, I'm good. No, nobody wants to hear that.
So my was at that stage where
He's in trouble. That's your trouble
she's like,
face.
what? No, she gave me like, why are you drinking like that?
Why are you drinking that nasty beer like that?
Exactly. She's like, why are you drinking that nasty beer? You don't even like it. But then again, I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cups. Anyway, so my daughter was getting at that age, or she was, and she kind of is, but she's back and forth. She can't make up her mind what she likes. But for a good hot minute, she was like Barbie. That's it. Barbie was the world. Okay, so I'm like, yeah, and I made that excuse that I really wanted to watch Barbie, not because of Homegirl, but because of Ryan Gosling. I love Ryan Gosling. No homo, but he's a very beautiful man.
It's awesome.
Exactly. So I was like, Ryan Gosling is it. Let's watch Barbie. I get Barbie on Vudu as soon as it comes out. Oh my god.
Good catch. Or not.
No, I didn't. So I'm like, as soon as it came out on Vudu, shout out to Vudu, unofficial sponsor. So I got the movie on Vudu. I got the movie on Vudu. We watched this movie, and like 25 minutes into the movie, she's going out doing her own thing. She was excited because she saw Barbie in the beginning. She's like, Barbie's doing her Barbie thing in the Barbie dream house, putting on Barbie clothes, doing her Barbie thing, having her Barbie little sleepover. But once it got into the real world, you know, into the real thing, then I was like, yeah, it's not that much fun anymore.
There's
Let
no
me go.
music going on. There's no fancy stuff going. Yeah. No, thank you.
Ken's taking over. Ken's no fun. Ken's a jerk. Yeah. Then it was just Then it was just me and Maria just watching Barbie, and honestly, I had a great time. I love the whole I'm just can anywhere else I'd be a 10. And then yeah, she has a good point. And then SNL, shout out to Pete Davidson. Hey Pete, when you watch this later on, just know that I love your segment on SNL when you did the the I'm just Pete version, because his version was actually pretty funny. It was like I'm just Pete. Anywhere else, I'd be a 3.
You got to give it to him. He's always
Dude, I love Pete, bro. Like, why isn't Pete bigger than what he is right now, bro? Pete, let's just be honest, bro. Pete gets ass.
it's insane how I mean, it's not that insane. When you think about it, he's funny as hell, right?
Oh yeah,
And women love to laugh.
yeah.
Okay, so that's what it is. Plus, I mean,
You're funny.
right. Okay. But I'm not famous. He's a funny dude. He's actually in that the rookie show with Nathan Fillion.
Really?
Yeah, spoiler alert, he's the brother and he's like a massive like he's a brother who he didn't know that was his brother. Like they meet up at that age, like in the show. Like they didn't know that they existed until at some point in the show. And then he's just like, how do I put it? He's just like a fuck up. Like he just like he doesn't have his own job. He just like I think he sells drugs in the show, and
Bro, I feel like that's his character in every movie.
he's just like, oh, I got a brother who is a cop, so obviously he has money. So then like he becomes that kind of character where he just like mooches. He's a moocher. He just mooches off of people like as long as he can.
It's just like, bro, I love, like I said, I love Pete Davidson. I think he is hilarious.
Oh, he's
I
funny
wish,
as fuck. He should be
dude, I
bigger.
wish exactly,
He should be like in movies like Kevin Hart. Like he should be in Jumanji and shit like that. Oh, well, that's what I'm saying though. Like when there's a comic, it shouldn't be oh let's just get Kevin Hart to do it. Let's get Pete Davidson to do it.
bro. He banged Kim Kardashian and like half of like the top Hollywood actresses.
I
He had him
forget
in.
who's he with right now. I forget. I know I saw it recently and I was like, how does he keep
Oh yeah, he just got in. He just got in a new relationship. Who's he with right now? Hold on,
looking it up? I got it.
you might beat me before I.
Madeline Klein.
Who the hell is Madeline Klein?
I don't know. I feel like I missed a girl.
I just messaged Pete, and that's the first thing that came out. Pete and Madison Klein relationship timeline. I want to read that. Seem to be getting closer after news relationship. So the relationship. Well,
Oh, she was in Glass Onion. Okay, a Knives Out story. Why didn't she? She doesn't look familiar. Oh, was she the girlfriend in Glass Onion?
I haven't seen Glass. The worst thing is
Have
like
you
I bought the
seen? Did you watch Knives Out, the first one?
I have both of them on Voodoo. I just haven't seen it.
All right, folks. I
Basically,
appreciate
no,
you guys tuning in. It's been a pleasure. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here because he hadn't
you
seen
know,
some of
you
the
know,
best mystery. You were just saying earlier, oh, I love mystery movies. I like to figure it out.
I
This
do
is
love it. I just
perfect.
by the next segment, I promise you, I would have watched both Knives Out and Onion. Was it Glass Onion? The thing is that like shit happens, bro. Like literally, I have both movies
Yeah,
on my
you're out
video.
here watching Barbie instead of watching Knives Out.
Like I said, I literally purchased both Knives Out and Glass Onion. Thank you, Voodoo, for unofficially sponsoring this video.
Yes.
I mean, I have both of these movies. It's on my to do list.
Thank you, Barbie, for
But
sponsoring this. We
for all
prefer
our
that.
fans that have been watching us from start to finish, I can promise you that we're gonna watch this. That I will watch this movie by our next segment.
I would hope so. It's a really good movie. Both of them are.
America, I promise America. that we're gonna that I will watch this.
Very good, thanks you.
Are you almost done, or you probably already finished?
I'm already finished. So, okay, yeah, yep. Okay, that makes sense. I know who she is now. Again, he somehow ends up with the ladies who are
Dude,
fine.
Pete Davidson, he has. I don't know what he has. I don't want to know what he has,
He has all the ladies, is what he has.
but he has something that keeps bringing all these ladies to him, bro. Can you bring up the list of who he has?
Oh yeah, give me
Who,
one
he-
second.
Besides the obvious, he had was it Kate Beckinsale
Did he really?
from Underworld? Yes, from
That's
Underworld,
wild. That's
bro.
wild. That's insane.
Kate, are you serious? He had Ariana Grande.
I see
He
David,
had Kim
Mar-
Kardashian.
Margaret Qualley. I don't know who that is. Give me one second. Margaret Qualley. Not familiar
Here,
with your game.
hey,
I'm still scrolling.
keep talking about the people who he has been with. I'll be back in a second.
Olivia O'Brien, Phoebe Dynevor, Kim K, Emily Rodchowski, which insane pool. And then Men Klein. It's insane. It's insane. He's doing something right. He's got a lot of game. He's got a lot of riz, as the kids would say, a lot of riz going on there. Um, Props to him. I thought the list would be a lot longer considering who he's dated, but I guess he's had a lot of longer relationships. I kind of just loosely hearing it always seemed like he was kind of in and out and just moving from one to the next. But I really think he should be in a lot more stuff because he's freaking hilarious. He's a funny dude. What's his filmography? Like, what's he been in lately? Aside from SNL, he a movie called Riff Raff, which is not a movie about that rapper named Riff Raff. A crime thriller starring Jennifer Coolidge, Dennis Hoffman, Brian Cox, Gabrielle Union, Ed Harris, and Bill Murray. That's crazy. That's an insane cast. Uh,
Yeah, I heard Bill Murray, so I love Bill Murray.
he's in the new Good Burger, which I haven't seen yet. Same.
Wait, hold on. Pete Davidson was in Good Burger.
Yep.
Did he play himself or?
Um, he plays an angry customer, so he doesn't have like an
So
actual
he,
role. That's crazy though. Like he's hilarious and he's very popular, obviously, but he's not in a lot of stuff. Like you think he'd be in more stuff.
it's just like this dude. Like I'm pretty sure you heard this comedian Matt
I
Rife.
have. He was
Is
on
that how you pronounce his name?
Rife.
Right? Rife.
Rife.
Like honestly, I really wanted to see him in stand up. Like I told Maria, like I really want to see it. Like dude, like I see his TikTok clips and stuff, and
Oh yeah,
it's
he's
hilarious.
hilarious on TikTok.
Have you seen his Netflix special?
I tried watching it. I couldn't get through it.
Bro, I could once again, this is like I told you,
Plant.
some of these comedians that like I watch them and I'm like, mm,
He's a
it's
plant.
just
That's what it
like,
is.
but it wasn't a good plan.
They can't all be
He's
bangers,
like that.
bro.
He's like the weed in my parents' garden bush. You don't want a weed in your bush. Do you want some weed in your bush?
I'm good.
Your bush is probably perfect.
Thanks, but that's another thing too. Like that I've been feeling lately. Like I see comics on TikTok and like their TikTok minute 2 minutes is hilarious, but like I
Yeah,
don't think it translates to an entire show. Like I don't know if you ever seen this guy named Shane Gillis.
maybe. Hold on.
He made a
You talking?
what's it called? Oh, he has a comedy special, and some of the special he's talking about his brother who has Down syndrome, and the jokes that he makes about that situation is funny in itself. And then I try to watch his stand up special on Netflix, and I'm like, this is. I got like through 10 minutes. I'm like, this is not funny. You haven't made me laugh. If you can't make me laugh in the first 10 minutes of your comedy special, I'm not watching the rest of it at all. So then I switched to the
Wow.
Spanish dude. I forget what his name is right now.
I don't know who Shane Gillis is. I've never seen it. But now that you said what you said, I don't want to see him anymore. There's one Hispanic dude that I've seen recently, and Maria like when we first saw it, Maria and I laughed at it. But I talk about it. Oh, there we go. But Maria talks like I talk about him so much because like I saw his freaking like the thing is I get excited. I get excited when I see new comedians, and I actually watch the whole segment, and I think it's hilarious. I
Yeah.
will promote the hell out of that person because like if I think you're hilarious, and like I'm not saying my critique is gold because like obviously I have different criteria compared to other people, you or anybody else, but like I'm saying that if I find somebody like straight up hilarious from start to finish, I will promote the hell out of you. One being Fluffy, Gabriel Iglesias. When you watch this later, just know that I'm a big fan of yours. I have a picture with you and your homeboy Martin. He's on my phone.
Martin.
Martin, I have him literally on this phone. All right, me and him, we're basically best friends right now because because we hung out at the casino at Hard Rock Casino on this phone. But
Martin.
either way, but either way, this cat is a young cat. He has to be in his like early 20s, early to mid 20s. But have you heard of? I think I want to.
Is it Ralph Barbosa?
Yes.
I the dude I was talking about 10 minutes ago. I'm like, I can't watch this. So I'm like, okay, let me go on Netflix and see like who else has a comedy special that's rated highly, whatever. So I pulled this dude up, watched that special, and I was laughing from the beginning to the end, hilarious the entire time. And it's like, you got to be funny, or else I'm gonna give up on you real quick. So he's got a good special on Netflix.
Bro, okay. So you agree with me,
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. Like he's so good, hilarious. The whole
bro?
thing, the whole thing was funny.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro, he was hilarious.
Yeah.
Bro, like his skit where he was the passenger princess
Yep.
had me roll had me rolling, bro. Like it's so creative, and the
And
worst
it's
thing is like
unique, right?
it's unique because anybody could have really thought of it. Because like, how come I didn't think of like me putting myself as the woman's thing? Like, bro, like he is literally on another level.
Yeah. If he
Like
can
not
keep
saying
going, he's
that
gonna be big.
not bragging about him. Like I am bragging about him, but not like put him on a kind of pedestal. But that's like some creative fucking thinking. Because that's something that's been around for fucking ages. Like the man drives, not being what Hispanics call them machista or anything. It's just literally when excuse me, when you go out on a date, usually your guy drives or the
Right, right.
alpha
But
person.
that's normal for like any relation, like any race, any religion, anything like that. Usually, the dude drives,
Whoever the alpha is drives. Whoever
and
the alpha in
he
your
clearly
relationship
wasn't the
drives.
alpha.
He
Yeah,
wasn't. He wasn't in that scenario, bro. And that dude that had me cracking
yeah.
because like I can't explain it,
What's
but
let me see what
it
his
was
special's
just
called.
so freaking funny. Like everything about that Netflix special was hilarious. It was like every joke was on point. So like I can't wait to see where this guy goes. It's sad. Like I don't know if you know about his. Oh my god, like we're going way past what we said we were gonna talk. But just to like kind of cut it short. But do you know the issues that he had? He didn't personally have like he did have it personally, but like the issue with him and George Lopez.
Was it stealing jokes? I'm gonna guess.
No. I don't think George Lopez ever stole
Oh
jokes.
no,
I
I'm
think that
thinking
issue.
about Mencia.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
was racist. I'm sorry.
So I forgot what I forgot who he was having a podcast with. By the way, everybody, this podcast was originally thought by us. We didn't steal the podcast idea by anybody. So he had a podcast idea with some, he had a podcast with some, I guess, person that was, obviously more famous than us, and they were talking about like, we need to give more support to the future, Rafael Barbosa.
I think it's just Ralph Barbosa.
Ralph Barbosa's, we need to give them we need to give support to the future Barbosa's, and like throughout the segment, they kept, this the host kept talking about the Ralph Barbosa's, and they got to the point where George Lopez like, what the hell is this Ralph Barbosa? Like the guy, like, if Ralph Barbosa was like up here, he brought Ralph Barbosa down here, and like basically saying like, who the hell is this guy? Like he's like bro, like I don't even know who the hell you're talking about. Because George Lopez, even though like, once again, go back to comedy specials. I like George Lopez. I'm not a big fan of his stand up comedy because he does talk down on a lot that has to do with America in general. I'm a very patriotic person, and he does talk down a lot about it. So that's the one thing that I don't like about him. But other than that, like the George Lopez show, probably one of my
I
all
love
time
that
favorite
show.
shows.
Oh yeah.
Besides the ending, the ending was probably the worst.
I didn't watch the ending, and I don't want to know about it.
Don't know about it, because if you have a good memory of George Lopez show, then keep it at that. But just know that the ending sucked.
Yeah, his. I think the funny thing too is that this dude Ralph Barbosa, I didn't even realize it when I watched it because obviously I just pressed the whatever came up, but his Netflix special, the name of it is Cowabunga, which is just
Yes.
like it's just a funny word. It's just like it's perfect, all of it. Like it's not. I don't even think that word fits the show unless I don't
It
remember a
does,
joke
no,
from
no,
it.
no, 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 no,
But
no.
it's just a perfect word, just to like just a silly word to like encapsulate. Like he's just a silly dude.
He is.
Yeah,
He
it's
is. He's a silly guy. Like, once again, one of my favorite stand-ups are gonna be, obviously, and I think you may agree, will be Chappelle. Okay, maybe you're going more now towards Cat Williams.
Cat Williams is probably my goat as far as comedy goes. Well,
Okay.
him or Joe
You,
Coy. I'm a big fan of Joe Coy.
oh, really? After, oh my God, we're getting to a whole different topic right
No,
now.
we're not talking about Oscars or whatever award
No,
show,
we
whatever.
have to. No, no, no,
No, no,
no.
no,
We
no, no,
have
no.
to.
I
You
gotta go.
brought it
I
up.
gotta go to bed.
You brought it up. How can we not talk
It's
about
called.
it,
It's
bro?
called
You
a.
literally brought it up.
It's Hollywood. It's called a cliffhanger.
No, what are you talking about? We have to
It's
talk
called a
about it. And obviously,
cliffhanger.
no,
Yes.
bro. His freaking his thing with the Golden Globes was horrendous. It will go down in history as the worst host ever,
I will.
ever.
I will choose to believe you because I don't typically watch award shows and I don't keep up with like who's the best or who's the worst.
No, it
I
is
know
no.
I have seen though that he was really bad and that he blamed his writers and he blamed that he didn't have time to prepare because they asked him a couple of weeks beforehand. So
But even though, bro, come on, man. If your profession is to be a comedian,
make the
bro,
jokes.
read the room.
Yeah. But
Read the room,
I saw him live and he was hilarious.
because he had time to prep for it, though.
That's what I'm saying though. If you got to have somebody come on a show and tell them you got to be funny and you don't give them time to prep,
Chris Rock got slapped
and that's all
by
people remember about that.
by by the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
And that's all people
Chris
remember is
Rock
him
will
getting
always
slapped.
be Chris Rock.
Getting slapped by Will Smith. It's not a good look.
You got slapped by Will Smith.
You never know. Well, my beer is finished. Your beer is finished. And I believe this show is finished. I want to thank
That's
everybody
fine.
who watched
You know,
and
the
listened and
show,
will
the,
future listen.
And there's still so much to talk about, and we're gonna leave that for the next segment. But I want to say thank you to the one person, two people, three people, whoever decided to watch with us and will watch with us throughout our segments. Like I said, and I could honestly, at least for my part, say this was fun. This was truly fun. This is our first time doing it, and Whitey, before we close, I hope you can say your part. But as I want to speak on my behalf, I was very nervous going to start this segment because I was like, man, like I don't know what to talk about. Like I know a lot about entertainment, and I truly love everything that happens in the entertainment world, from movies to music to wrestling.
That's the one thing we didn't touch music at all, really, but we can get that covered
Well,
next
we
one.
talked a little bit about, like, their how a lot of these, like, artists who are gonna come out to perform, they've been fucking up and not
That's
showing
true.
up on
That's
time.
true. We did cover that.
But there's still a lot more, because I would love to talk about, maybe in our next segment we can talk about, like, who we feel in our own opinion are gonna be the best musicians in different categories, whether it's rap, country, hip hop, pop. Honestly, there's so much more to talk about, but I know this first segment was honestly a lot longer than what I expected, and I'm pretty sure what Senior W here expected. But if anybody does watch this afterwards, we want to thank everybody who stuck around and watched this with us. We're gonna continue doing this every 2 weeks until we start building a fan base. Once we build the fan base, we'll do it every weekly because there's always stuff to talk about. Whether it's something that's whether it's something that's happening in the media right now, or whether it's happened in the past. Because one of the things about entertainment wise, whether it's something that's happening right now or in the past, it's always great to talk about stuff that brings us back to a great part of our lives in the past. you know and I'll say this quickly, and then I'll give the floor to Senior Dubby. One of my biggest things that I love to memorize is being in the movies as a young kid with Senior Dubby, watching one, and I feel, and correct me if I'm wrong, one of our favorite comedy movies of all time. Freaking, oh my God, I just had a brain fart. And it's really like, I had this whole momentum. Um, Freaking Jonah Hill, where the fuck
Super
are you?
bad.
Super bad, bro.
Jesus
I know.
Christ.
It's so
Jesus
embarrassing,
H
bro.
Christ. You forgot that movie.
Bro, I have
Cut him off.
literally to this day,
Cut him off.
cut me off, bro. Block me off of social media if you want, bro. I have literally socks of Superbad. I used to have. I don't know if you remember, Whitey. I had the T-shirt of McLovin. Of the whole Superbad, like, bro, I had everything of Superbad. I
I
was
have
like,
the ID somewhere still. I don't know where it went. But his driver's license, the
I
McLovin
used to
driver's
have
license.
the ID too,
Yeah.
bro. I had the McLovin ID, bro, and I kept it as if it was an actual personal ID,
I'm
just
gonna
because, bro.
I'm
I
gonna need
had,
this.
dude, I was I was sealed. But bro, entertainment between Senior W and I have been in our lives forever. We love everything that has to do with what's happening culturally in the entertainment world, whether it's music, whether it's movies, whether it's wrestling, whether it's pop culture, whatever you could think of. Like, that's something that we were passionate about as a young kid, as young kids. And we would love to continue talking about it. That's the reason why, honestly, this thing lasted a lot longer than what we were planning to. 3 hours, over 3 hours. This segment was supposed to last for over an hour, maybe hour and a half, 2 hours the most. But regardless, February 10th, before the Super Bowl, all right, we're gonna have another segment about this, and we'll talk more about football. Senior W, please give us your last inputs before we close out the night.
This was a blast. This is a lot of fun. A good foundation for the future shows that we'll be having coming up on the 10th and every other week, and then eventually every week after that. So thank you guys for listening, for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share this with your friends. And yeah, we'll be back on a future episode. Thanks. Appreciate you guys.
Hey, thank you everyone again. Have a great night. I know, and on our time it's like 2:30, almost 2:30 in the morning. But have a blessed night. And if any questions, feel free to reach out to us, and we'll definitely love to talk. Reach back out and talk about this on another segment. White Senior W, thank you for everything. Have a good night, buddy. Salud.